Hello! And hello, Bearsty, how are you? Thanks for subscribing. For 10 months! A whole 10 months! I know! It's been a while, hasn't it? Also, hello. Hope you're doing well today. Thanks for joining me and Knuckles, and also other characters, but mostly Knuckles, for today's Fire Race for Pokemon! But yeah, thank you! I can't believe it has been 10 months. It's quite the wild time. Today, I don't know if it's been like a year since I got, affiliate, I guess? But like, my little like emote things that happen next to my name that are like little umbrellas, the final tier one, I guess, spoiler, but not really because now I have it, is like a yellow umbrella because that's my color. And like the like tier 3 sub has like a golden handle, so now I just have like a very golden umbrella icon next to my name, and I'm like, man, that's the sign of really having made it a year, I guess. At least a year into affiliate. I think. Oh yeah, and today to celebrate, as you used, I got new emotes, cause last time we got like a whole bunch of really nice subscribes, and I unlocked like a new little animated emote thing, and I made a cheerleader emote with it because I want to cheer everyone on. And I guess if people cheer me on too, that's nice too. But I want an emote to cheer for people. And I think you can kind of see in the tiny little corners up here, or in the chat box if you're live on Twitch, I have a little golden umbrella next to my name now. Now I'm like, wow, I couldn't possibly get a more golden umbrella. They're just gonna stay there. But as you can all see, Ursa has a little founder badge, because that's cool. I like little founder badges where it's like, you're the first 10 who was here, and I'm like, wow, what an honor. That's so cool. Like, for me to be in your presence, and for you to be here when I started and stuff. It's very neat. But, today, we are doing Puzzle 2 for Group 2, which is, as you can see, to the bottom left, the fire starters for the first 8 generations. And here's, crinkle, 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 the puzzle I'm gonna be doing today. Just like last time, the 6th Pokemon that gets completed in this puzzle is going to be the winner of an illustration, which I'll probably show all the illustrations at the end, like in the finale one, and be like, here's all the illustrations that have won so far. Last time it was Chespin and Chikorita. I already drew those illustrations, so now we're back for Race 2. Excited about it. I actually like fire starters quite a bit. A little bit more, I guess. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite starter. Ursa says, cause I'm Rainy's husband waifu. Yes, you are. And Ursa says, also, go, Torchic. Yes, Ursa's got a stake in this race today, too. Betting on Torchic. That's very exciting. We actually had quite a few different people this time around betting. I've been trying to do bets like 3 hours apart. So the first bets I think I did at like 1 o'clock, like 1 p.m. or so or something. And, or no, I guess 4.5 hours. The first bets I did at 12 p.m. The second time I did bets I did at 4:30 p.m. Next time we do bets, I'll do them at 9 p.m. And I let people like bet on the Pokemon and stuff like that until they're all taken up. Fire starters, actually, I don't know if they're less popular than leaf starters, or if just 4:30 is probably a weird time of day for people to be betting. But people claimed them way slower than they did the grass starters. Still, they got claimed, all of them. Hello, Ink, how are you? Good evening. Welcome on in. I hope today is kind to you and that you've been enjoying it. We are super stoked to get all these grass starter guys made into a puzzle. I do think that I think it's the water puzzle that's kind of the hardest one to do, because that doesn't have like a lot of direction like the leaves of the leaf puzzle and the fire puzzle. So I guess like it's an apt one to do third. But I'm excited for the fire one because I actually think it's the easiest of all of the starter puzzles. I shouldn't get too sidetracked. Fingers crossed. Oh yeah. Well, speaking of getting sidetracked, actually, I should introduce my wonderful companions today, because setting this up was kind of a bitch. I'm being perfectly honest. I'm also really glad I got 2 different length arm warmers, because I've got more tattoos on this arm than this one. Oh yeah, and I got my Charmander Band-Aid just for today. So over here we have Knuckles, naturally. And next to Knuckles we have Knuckles, naturally. And next to that, we have another little Knuckles, which you might think, is this the same Knuckles as this one over here? The answer is no. This is Classic Knuckles, and this is Adventure Knuckles. It's different Knuckles. I only have 1 of each Knuckles. I don't get duplicates, but if I did, I'd be okay with it. Oh, hello, Four Scorpions, and thanks for subscribing. It's lovely to see you too. I was just introducing all of the little companions I have today. Thanks for being one of them. And thanks for subscribing. That's so sweet of you. Everyone's so nice. Thank you. But I was introducing all my companions, including Movie Knuckles from the new Sonic movie, which I know some people are kind of like, not into him. I really like him. The second Sonic movie, I got really sappy about it. It always makes me cry. This is gonna sound really silly out of context for those who haven't seen the Sonic movie, but those who've seen it, you probably get it. The scene where Uptown Funk plays definitely makes me either cry or want to cry every single time. So, that's how the second movie gets to me. It's definitely a good time. Let me see. And Four Scorpion says, this setup and the red nails and gloves are so cute! Thank you! I appreciate it! Honestly, I painted my nails red like a week ago and I chipped them to heck and back, so then yesterday I was like, alright, I probably should have done this closer to the actual stream date. It's been fun because I've just been wearing red shirts for the past week so that it can, like, match my nails. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? Summer just started yesterday. Solstice. It's a perfect time for fire Pokemon. It's a perfect time for red nails. I'm happy about it. Thank you for the compliments. Nurse says, wait, down right corner. Is that Papyrus? Well, we're saving the best for last. But yes, we'll skip on to Papyrus. He's my favorite Undertale character. I know he's not really fire themed, but he wears red, and so I feel like I wanted to bring him in today. And it's a shame to see people not know the deep intricacies of Knuckles'. Shake my head. Yeah, shake my head. Shake my knuckles at you. I'm disappointed. But, next we've got another Adventure Knuckles, but he's guarding the Chaos Emerald. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. I am so sorry. The Master Emerald. How could I? My wonderful idol. Also, not to be confused, don't expect Knuckles to ever appear in the husband reveal list. I don't actually feel like I have, like, a furry crush on Knuckles or anything. I just, like, love him a lot. I don't know if it's, like, a son thing either. Usually I adopt a character if I'm like, oh, son material, or I, like, want to marry them, I guess, fictionally. This is not one of those situations. I just think he's cool. I'm just like, he's neat. But I think he's, like, oh, yeah, I guess more of an idol than anything. Kind of like Hatsune Miku. She's not, like, my waifu. And she's not my daughter. I just think she's really cool. Knuckles is in that category of just, like, ambiguously neat. And War Scorpion says, it's wild. It was already the solstice. 2023, where are you going? I know, right? Like, we're already, like, done with the first 2 seasons. Like, bye winter, bye spring, I guess. Also, how fitting, I guess, that spring was when we did the leaf Pokemon. And now we're doing the fire Pokemon as summer solstice happens. Brev's brother's birthday is on the summer solstice, so yesterday I hung out with him. And that was fun, but I always just think like, oh hey, it's Brev's brother's birthday. Must be summer. Apparently she's thought that her whole life, and I'm like, that's convenient to have a relative who is born when summer starts. Mink says, that's what you would call a Blorbo. Yes, I think a Blorbo is an accurate description. I would say, for sure. Then we got Funko Pop Knuckles, who's made out of felt. It hurts my ears a little bit. And cat fur attaches to him really fast. But I actually don't think they did a bad job with this one. I like that he shines kind of orange sometimes. It's kind of neat. And putting him back there. Then we've got not Knuckles for the first time. We got Ghost Panther. I just figured because his head is like on fire. This doesn't really fit any elements, but I actually have like a whole collection of all the Black Panther Funko Pops. Not every single one, because some of them are like obscenely hard to get, and I'm not like that intense of a collector. Obviously, it's not like I keep them in the box or anything. But I think Ghost Panther's cool as heck. I read the first issue. It was alright. I just think T'Challa's awesome. So, T'Challa's a burning panther. That's also cool. And he's already been on the husband list. So it's nice to have him here today. Of course, we got Charmander. I bought him for the occasion because I realized I have no fire Pokemon stuffed animals. Actually, most of my Pokemon stuffed animals are electric. So I have like a couple water types for next time. You'll see them then. But I have like no fire types, so I was like, brevs, next time I see a fire type in the store, I kind of want to buy it because I feel bad I have none. If Braixen had stuffed animals, I would have one, but they don't have any Braixen stuffed animals in America yet. I'm looking forward to when they do the next like Sitting Cuties set, so I can get a Braixen. I will get it so fast, because I'm just like, there's no Braixen merch for it being a main character in the series for X and Y. I think that's stupid, Braixen's one of my favorite Pokemon, so I'm just kind of like, just a little miffed that they don't have merch for it. Anyways, Charmander's cool. There was also a Chimchar at the store. I'm not a big Chimchar guy. So I got Charmander instead. So he's a classic guy. Let me see. Forest Scorpion says, I treated my little witchy self to the day off yesterday. It was nice. Also, this new emo is ridiculously cute. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I want to be able to encourage people. And if you want to encourage people too, that's all the better. And then we could all encourage people together. And that would be such a nice time. Everyone always has this like emote that's like a rave emote or like a fun like go for it emote. And I'm like, I want to go for an emote. I want us all to encourage everyone. That'd be so fun. Then like whenever someone's like, oh guys, I think I might do it, and then you can cheer for them with like a fun little emote. I want to be one of those. Have one of those emotes. That's so fun. I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Also, I am so glad you had a day off. What'd you do? Did you have a fun time? It sounds like it was. And it says, if Knuckles wasn't it, would you say you've had any furry crushes on Sonic characters? On Sonic characters specifically? Yes. I didn't have to think that hard, actually. I have a plushie of him in the closet, actually. Which, he's not in the closet for any... Not because I'm ashamed. I just have, like... All these Knuckles are actually from a Knuckles shrine that's in my closet. I say shrine loosely just because it's a shelf where I put all my Knuckles stuff. In fact, I have a lot of Knuckles plushies that aren't here. I just put it on the figurines because they're easier to place. So believe it or not, this is only a fraction of my Knuckles content. I have a ton of plushies, and I have like a whole Ita bag of Knuckles stuff. But these guys are just easier to stick around the place. So next to my Knuckles shrine is the one Sonic character that I might have a crush on, maybe. It's probably Infinite from Sonic Forces. I think he's edgy in like a really fun and cheesy way that's not like... I don't know if it's like original or not, because I feel like Shadow's the ultimate edge, like he's like the Edgehog, but I don't know, not in a way that, like, I really love Shadow. He's probably my favorite like secondary character. Like Knuckles is my favorite primary character, Shadow's my favorite secondary character, but like Infinite, I guess, he just has this like appeal. I also like have seen Gajinkas, and he's got like really pretty dreadlocks because he's got like those like white jackal fur that comes off kind of like dreadlocks. I don't know, I think he's neat. The Gajinkas of him are nice. I think that's also a criteria to me for some Sonic crushes, I guess, is like, if you make a Gajinka of them, how cute are they? And those who don't know what a Gajinka is, it's when you turn a non-human character into a human. It doesn't have to be specifically a furry, I think. But I feel like Sonic Gajinkas, sometimes they're cool. Sonic's always like some generic anime protagonist looking human character. When you turn Infinite into a Gajinka, is nice. I feel like Infinite also in the game, like it kind of feels like you, since you play as your own Sonic character, like, and you're interacting with him, it's less like I'm just playing Sonic and interacting with Shadow, where I'm like, oh, okay, I might come to the conclusion Sonic and Shadow have chemistry or something, which I don't really ship Sonic Shadow. I actually kind of ship Knuckles and Sonic a little bit. I'm not like a big Sonic shipper, but if I did, I think Sonic and Knuckles is like kind of a nice ship. Anyways, that's not the point. The point is, when you interact with Shadow, if you have chemistry with him, you're interacting as a different character, so it's hard for me to like put myself in those shoes and then like Shadow that way. But with Infinite, you play as your own OC, so playing through Sonic Forces several times, because I like that game a lot, and then trying to, like, kind of woo... I feel like I was always trying to woo Infinite to the good side. Like, I was always like, what if I could just seduce him to the good side? And I think as a result, I kind of ended up having, like, an affinity for Infinite. On my art account, I have drawn, like, some humanized Infinite that is a little thirsty, so I didn't have to think that hard. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I actually think Infinite's probably the one I'd have a crush on. I think Blaze is pretty cool too. I just don't know her very well yet. I need to like play more of her games and read more of her comics. But Infinite, that's solid. I don't like his comic self, but I do like his game self. Also, on chat, Forest Scorpions is using all the encouraging emotes. Yeah, I love those. Let me see if I have any. I know I always have the Udi one. That's one of my favorites. It's just a little dance. I feel like I don't know if it's supposed to be encouraging, but I always use it that way. And Ink says based actually. Shadow is cool and edgy. Infinite is cold, steel, edgy. Yeah, I feel like that. Like Shadow's kind of like got the like sunglasses vibe. He's like cool, and Infinite's kind of like, yeah, cold, as you said, like cold, steel, edgy. Like, and thank you. I'm glad that you think it's based. I feel like Infinite is seen as kind of like a cringy, like villainy character, but like so is Shadow, and I love them both very differently. I would say Shadow is almost like Sun. Like I kind of want to adopt him. Well, Knuckles is just like an idol, and then Infinite is like a bit of a husbando, which I don't think that's like a. I don't think that's in my husbando reveal list. I made my husbando reveal list like a long time ago. If Infinite does show up in there, sorry for the spoilers, but I don't think he's in there. If he is, well then heck, we've got Infinite, more Infinite rants coming soon to a husband reveal near you. And Forrest Scorpion says, I spent a lot of time working on digital art. It's been very fun to get used to it. Had 2 walks and ate half of an oven pizza. Also lots of tarot. Ooh, that's fun. Well, I hope your tarot for today has been a positive one. And also working on digital art is cool. Have you been enjoying it? You like the programs you're using? And glad you're getting used to it. And 2 walks? Holy shoot. I feel like I can hardly do 1. That's amazing. Like good on you for like being physical and like, I don't know, like indulging some fun interests and like working on skills. It sounds like you like made the absolute most of your day off. And Ink says, Sonox Nation! Yeah! Sonox Nation! Let's go! Oh my gosh, On My Throne. Okay, actually, maybe I shouldn't have phrased it as On My Throne. I should have just said, like, On My Etsy favorites, because now it sounds like I'm mentioning a throne, for, like, a reason. I'm not. But on my Etsy favorites, there's, like, a little keychain, and it's Sonic and Knuckles, and they're under an umbrella, and how perfect is that for literally me? I'm just like, ah! Rainy day, Sonics! I love that so much. I hope they never sell out so that I can get one. Also, hello, Rev! Thank you for subscribing! That's so sweet, thank you! My goodness. And then Shobra gave out a sub too just 1 minute ago, thanks! Or unless it was this exact minute and then it's informing me that it was 1 minute ago. Holy shoot, thanks guys! You guys are so nice! What? Well, we haven't even started puzzling yet, but the hype is so here. Thank you. Thanks. And Rev says, you have such beautiful hands. Thank you. I'm glad you didn't notice that one of these 10 nails is just a little shorter than the others, as I broke it on accident. But my nails usually grow up pretty long. But it always sucks when just one breaks. If it doesn't break all the way, I'm like, no one will notice. But now you'll be thinking about it. It'll be by the end, if you can guess which of the 10 nails is shorter than all the others, because it broke, unfortunately. You will get nothing, but you will at least have the satisfaction of knowing. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. And Forrest Scorpion says, I associate Shadow with one of my very best friends, so I have a bias. That is so fair. I have, like, several friends who, like, their favorite is Shadow, and it's just, like, makes you love the characters so much more. I feel like that's, like, all I need is sometimes is, like, I'm like, man, I don't really like this character or something. And then a friend comes in and is like, that's my favorite. And I'm like, all right, never mind. Retconned. I like this character a lot now. And, they make me think of you. So now every time I see them, I just have a pleasant warmth. I love that. Also, is paying forward the gift they got from Vincent. Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know you could pay forward gift subs. That's so neat. Oh, Kono went to J-Rod. That's awesome. And Revenant says, I don't know if the resub sent, but you have beautiful hands, Rainy. I got it. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm delayed on chat right now. I got caught up in the sauce talking about Sonic crushes. It was important. And so is everything else in chat, but you know me, getting sidetracked. Mo says, for some reason my Twitch chat keeps disconnecting and it's infuriating. LOL. Oh no, I'm so sorry. If you need me to repeat anything, then let me know. I will 100% do my best to. Boy Scorpion says, been loving. Also, wait, Revenants, how are you? How's your day been? I would love to know. And Boy Scorpion says, been loving digital art, mostly been in MS Paint and Krita. I still prefer sketching traditionally, but it's neat to continue from sketch digitally. Endless colors. Yeah, right? That is like literally the main part of digital art that I like the most is endless colors and Control Z, but mostly endless colors. That is like the whole color wheel is in the palm of my hand is what Go from Pokemon would probably say. And Force Scorpion says, my resub also didn't go through. I had to refresh. I think it's a Twitch problem. What the heck? That's rude. I'm glad it notified me. I'm sorry it didn't notify you. That's bogus. But I'm gonna let's do it again. And thank you. Whoa, thank you. Sorry, Twitch is being bogus, though. And Revenant says, if Twitch chat allows me, I'm doing rather well. Huffed toilet cleaner chemicals on accident, but other than that, doing pretty good. What are the side effects of huffing these chemicals? I hope that you can drink, and if there's a headache, then they go away, and that your fuzziness, if there's any of that, also goes away. Sorry about the accidental huffing chemicals. I hope that things are cleaner as a result, at the very least. Sorry about that. Still glad you're doing well, though. More Scorpion says, OMG, the undo button. Yes, my brain still can't understand that. I'm still in traditional brain. Right, like, traditional is so permanent all the time, and it's like, once you do it enough, like, I've been, like, trying to do more traditional stuff lately. Once you do it enough, you're just like, oh yeah, I forget. Everything's permanent all the time. Or you're like, oh, I forget that, like, in digital stuff, things aren't so permanent. Like, the non-permanence is my favorite. I love it a lot. But, the permanence sometimes kind of helps you move forward when you just have to accept that something is the way it is. I feel like they both have their pros and cons. So, traditional sometimes is the preferred way, because it's like, I just want to get something done. The video digital, I know I'm going to tweak it till it's perfect. But working in MS Paint, that's super fun. I'm glad that you're enjoying your time, and that you are enjoying the limited, like, in unlimited colors. Everything possible. I'm dumping these out, but I realize I haven't finished introducing everyone here, since I know it's still pretty mysterious who's sitting on my desk with me. Let me fold this little Ziploc bag. Boop. Okay. And drop it on the floor. Before Scorpion says there's a picture of Lilith from Diablo 4 I've been working on a lot that I'm so happy with. Ooh! I would love to see that when you're done. I have a friend who worked on Diablo 4, so I'm like, I just like to share with her everything that people like about it. I'll be like, hey, my brother's been playing it, and she's like, yay! And I'm like, look, someone made fan art of it. She'll be like, yay! Cause she was really stressed about Diablo 4 releasing. She's like, I just hope people like it. We've worked so hard on it. So I'm really glad to like hear people like it. I'm so glad that you liked it. Also, Lilith is cool as hell, and seems right up your alley for like both witchy stuff and also like sometimes like sinister things that it seems like you like. So I'm glad that she's a nice muse. Forrest Rubin says, hell yeah, I've been watching some people play 4, but I haven't played it yet. I really enjoyed 3. It seems like I've heard it's kind of like, and I'm talking from very little experience, is it kind of like World of Warcraft, but like more refined? Because like, I feel like getting into a game like that can be a bit of a commitment, and I can understand why there's some hesitance to like get into it. But at the same time, it's like the very rewarding experience that's very catered to like the individual. So I do hope that when you do get into it, that you have fun. And you are both witchy and sinister? Hell yeah, witchy sinister crew, let's go! I can be witchy and sinister. I was in a coven once, but I was in high school, so it was a really long time ago. High school was a wild time, but yeah, that was fun. Just gonna casually drop, I was in a coven once. I feel like witch stuff's pretty rad. I don't know, I like rituals and I like spells and stuff like that. I think I'm just too lazy to keep up with that sort of thing, but I mean, I got kind of back into it in college, but ever since I've just been kind of like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to any god I ever tried to, like, be faithful to. I'm just too lazy. I feel like faith is a very dedicated thing, and I really respect those who have it, but I'm just like, I'm sorry. I'm too lethargic. Which, as they would say, is the sin of sloth. And by they, I guess I mean those who believe in the 7 deadly sins. But, I don't know, man. I was just born this way. I tried several times. Bing says, do you ever get the feeling of wanting to eat or bite through household objects because puzzle pieces look tasty the way they're all shiny-like and numerous? You know, I do feel like these would be kind of nice to eat through. Or like the puzzle box itself. It's kind of like a thicker cardboard. And it has some certain edges that it feels like if you broke down with your teeth enough that they would start to soften out. And they would become more of like a flat surface. I don't know, I think that's kind of like interesting. Or like they become like kind of bumpy, like the way that like kind of sogged or like crimped, is that the word? Crinkled cardboard would become. I feel like that's kind of like an interesting texture. Yeah, I guess I do kind of get that feeling. I think there's a lot of things like I wish that they were more biteable. I feel like biting is such a decent and good way to like get through emotions sometimes. But there's just not that many biteable things. Things are too cool and valuable. If I bit one of these knuckles, I'd be so sad. Forrest Gorman says, if you eat the pieces, you can't do the puzzle. Actually, I do have one puzzle piece missing. Not because I ate it, to clarify. Wait, get this hair out of here. So, I do have one puzzle piece missing in the final puzzle for this whole event. Fortunately, I know exactly what puzzle piece is missing, so I will know when that, and it's only for one Pokemon, and so I'll know if that Pokemon is technically completed, because I'll be like, oh, its right ear is missing, like it's specifically missing the right ear puzzle piece. So if I finish all of that Pokemon and just its right ear is missing, I'll have to count it as complete, because I know that one puzzle piece is missing. But that's okay. That being said, if I did eat one of these puzzle pieces, at least I know exactly what piece was missing, because I could choose. Ink's like, and Forrest Gorman's like, not because I ate it. Yeah, not because I ate it or anything. Though, my mom's cat did try to eat it. I guess it's like a cat thing, because my cat also tried to eat puzzle pieces while I was doing puzzles. The reason he's not in this room right now. But, oh yeah, so the continuing line is Pokeball, Pokeball. Those are easy introductions. Actually, this Pokeball, my brother won me in a fair, which was really nice. I think he might have just been trying to get himself the Zorua plushie, but he gave me this Pokeball, so it has pleasant memories for me. We have a really giant Knuckles over here that he's holding a Pokeball. He is usually in my living room holding our TV remote next to Sonic and Tails and Amy. It's nice to have the whole crew there. If we ever find a Shadow, maybe, but they're all like classic styled, so I don't know if like a non-classic styled Shadow would really fit next to them. You've already seen Adventure Knuckles over here. Forrest Gorman says, we love a powerful memory object. Yes, I love powerful memory objects. This is so nice. Like, I've had it since I was in high school, and I think it was like one of my birthdays. We went to an amusement park, and he got that for me. It was so nice. This I just found at the old secondhand store I used to went to. It's like one of those like little like, I don't know if you can really see it. I'll try. Okay, it's Charizard though, so it's actually a fire Pokemon. We're getting a little relevant again. It's one of those like old, what were they, McDonald's cards? Where they like are golden for some reason. It's kind of scuffed. I wasn't the one who took care of it growing up because it was just in a secondhand store. But Revs and I have like a Pikachu, I think, a Jigglypuff, and then this Charizard, which I'm like, are probably the three most generic Pokemon you could get by chance. But, I mean, I like them all, so no complaints here. Forrest Scorpion says, ooh, that makes me happy to see. I think it was Burger King. I have the Jigglypuff one. Hey! Matching Jigglypuffs! Let's go! Oh man, I also like that. Like, I like when you like share an item with someone else and you're like, hey, next time you see it, you feel like, oh man. Like twins, I don't know. Like, we got the same thing. It's so neat. We also have this, is a new Knuckles I got, actually the day of the anniversary for streaming. He's a stretchy Knuckles. Not gonna try and break him on stream, but he's kind of creepy. No complaints though. He does carry some cat fur. Maybe that's a complaint. But that's what happens when you're rubber, I guess. Also, he's hard to stand up because he slouches. Which I relate. It's fine. I won't shame him for it. Ink says, the Burger King gold card. I have a Pikachu one. Oh my gosh, we have a matching Pikachu one! Oh my, I have matching ones with both Scorpions and you? This is so cool. Because, yeah, I have the Pikachu and the Jigglypuff over in the living room, but I just brought Charizard in because he's, like, an actual fire starter, so I was like, okay, I'll bring him in here. But, I think Brevs originally had the Jigglypuff, and then I found the Pikachu and the Charizard in the secondhand store. But Brevs has always had that Jigglypuff, so I'm, like, really impressed. That's so cool. I love having matching items. That's so neat. But not Burger King. I think this one was McDonald's. These are the McDonald's, like, movie, toys that they had for a while. I was so glad I actually got a Knuckles one. Because they had, like, a bunch of different characters, and I only got, like, 2 of them before they were all gone. But I got, like, Supersonic, I think, and then Knuckles. And I'm like, well, you know what? All I needed was Knuckles. I didn't need anything else, so I'm happy about that. And then next to the Hyper Ball, as I think it was Sir Icken who told me that this back here is a Hyper Ball, like the black and gold. I think it's now called the Ultra Ball. Maybe? I'm kind of bad. I don't play the games enough. But, Hyper Knuckles, next to the Hyper Ball. You wouldn't really think this Knuckles looks that different from any other Knuckles, but he's actually a hot pink because he's in his, like, Super Knuckles mode, basically. Or I guess Hyper Knuckles is what you call it. I think it's neat. But I also just think it's like it's like shiny Pokemon, how sometimes it's like, hey, Leafeon is slightly wilted. That's shiny Leafeon. And I'm like, okay, I guess. It's a little boring. I wish that Hyper Knuckles was like neon blue or something. Or like orange. That'd be very cool. But like, I'll take a hot pink king. That sounds cool. This is technically fire themed. It is Kyoko Sakura from Madoka Magica. I think she's cool. She's definitely daughter material. If I didn't have Waishni, Nico Yazawa, and Ako Utagawa as my daughters listed on Twitter, Kyoko would probably be there. She's definitely daughter material. I think she's just a good kid, and I wish the best for her. But my mom got this for my birthday. But she has like fire abilities. If you've never watched Madoka Magica, she's the red magical girl, and she has fire abilities, so she belongs here. At least she's got fire themes. I guess her abilities aren't inherently fire. She has a spear. It's not a very fiery thing, but still, she's got fire in her intro. And here's another Kyoko Sakura from a blind box that I was lucky enough to get Kyoko from. And this, I don't know if it was Costco, but there was like these little toys that they like are supposed to like be able to grab, I guess, candies from this little compartment. It's really bizarre. I guess I could take the candy out. I don't know how they work. I guess just like, oh, yep, he just grabs it. I'm pretty impressed with him, I guess. Like, good for him. He did it. But there are these like little Costco candy things from like a while ago, I guess. There's a Snorlax one and a Raichu one, which I just feel like Raichu's... I'm talking about this with confusion because a lot of things about it confuse me. But, yeah, Charizard was there. And I figure, Firestarter. The only Firestarter stuff I really have on this table is Charizard or Charmander related. I feel kind of bad about it, but I don't know, I just didn't have a lot of Firestarter stuff. At least I got a Charmander for the day. Of course, Papyrus, as we have seen. And because last time we had the green magical boy of Boebu, I brought the red magical boy, Yumeto. I tried to clean them off, but frankly, these keychains are like old as heck. And that's everyone! Plus some like Mario cup holders. But that's everyone. I'm like low-key winded, so I'm gonna take a drink. That only took 30 minutes. I'm pretty proud. It's such a shame Middle Evolutions don't get that much merch. I know! I hope that didn't blow your eardrums. Right! What the fuck? I love Duat and Braixen so much. Like, I have, like, a little Duat plushie that was, like, kind of hard to get a hold of, but it's, like, I just want more Duat content, because Duat's, like, the best of the Oshawott evolutions, I feel like, and Braixen's the best of the Fennekin evolutions. And, like, gosh, I have so much hair in here. I am so sorry I shed. It's summer, you can't blame me. But, like, the Middle Evolutions are so cute. I don't know. I think they definitely need more merch. There are some that are like a little overwhelming. Like I feel like, what is the Litten one? I always forget its name. I feel like I just remembered it yesterday, but like Litten's second evolution is like, I'm like, you know, you could be cooler, but I do still like it. Like I still think it's cool. Torracat, thank you. I feel like Torracat's really cute. Like I still kind of like this. Got like these like chunky legs. You can tell it's like building up muscle and stuff. So I don't know. I think even the kind of underwhelming ones are still really cool. But they're always like, no, it's all about the beginning and the end. And I'm like, no, it's not. Sometimes it's about the journey. Pokemon journeys, to be exact. Which, I guess, mentioning Pokemon journeys, I would like to make a clarification. I think I've gotten upset on stream before because I thought that Go from Pokemon Journeys caught a Suicune and then just, like, it decided to stay with him as a pet. Clarification, I was never mad at Go for keeping a Suicune, because I always knew it was the Suicune's choice to be kept as a pet. However, I was always ticked because I was like, doesn't that disrupt the ecosystem? Doesn't Suicune need to travel the world? I feel like I was upset with the show writers, and I was kind of upset with Suicune for just abandoning the needs of Suicune. However, I did find out recently that Suicune does still roam the wild. It's like kind of Go's, but it's more just in Go's Pokédex, so it's like really not that big of an issue. It doesn't disrupt the ecosystem or anything, and I'm like, okay. Well, cool. I thought that, like, in episode 3, oh my gosh, my voice cracking. In episode 3, Pokemon Journeys, they just kind of disregard all of Lugia's lore, and so they just kind of, like, don't give a shit about legendaries other than to use them as, like, isn't this season epic? And I'm like, no, not, because you're, like, not really treating the legendaries with, like, the proper lore and respect that I feel like they usually get. Like, they usually have, like, a build-up to them and stuff. So I was kind of ticked with just seeing Suicune being caught as, like, a pet conveniently. But I understand why it was caught. And in the end, finding out that Suicune still does roam the wild and take care of the ecosystem as it kind of just should, I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with that. I have no more beef with that. Still not a huge fan of Journeys, and I would like to try to get into it someday. But I would like to correct my past grievances about Suicune and Pokemon Journeys, now that we're here. Ink says, I do like Torracat's collar that turns into an Incineroar's belt. What? That's so cool! I didn't even notice that. I'm gonna Google it. Also, hello, Sentai! How are you? Yes, it is puzzle time, and also Googling Torracat time. Oh yeah, it does look like it turns into like the little flame that turns into his belt. That's so cute! And it's like little head, like fur turns into like the little whiskers. That's so cute. Yeah, I feel like Torracat still has enough love in it. Like, all the middle evolutions, I still think are pretty cool, and sometimes even cooler. Cause like I definitely like Duat and Braixen more than I like Delphox and Samurott. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Sentai. Hope you're doing well. I am just gonna gather the sides today. I guess that's the mood we're in. And then we'll have a base. Sometimes I start off with like the characters because I keep noticing enough parts with them, but then sometimes it's like I just kind of want to get the base established. You'd think some of these would start coming together at some point. They have yet to do so. But hopefully this will mean that the last pieces won't end up being random side pieces. And this looks like the legs of Fennekin. So it'll go here. And these are the feet of Torchic. I do feel like usually the ones in the center of the puzzle piece, in this case it's Scorbunny, have a higher chance of being done first because they are like combined with other pieces of other characters, so working on any character around Scorbunny also kind of helps Scorbunny come together. But last time Chespin was the one that was most likely to be completed first, and he didn't. He did get completed 6th, so he did win. So I don't know. I guess odds are just completely random here. I'm okay with that. Ink says, do you like shiny hunting? Oh, in the video games? I don't know if I've ever seen a shiny in my entire life, if I'm being honest. Maybe if I like dedicated more time to shiny hunting, I would, but like, I almost thought shiny just wasn't a real thing, or that you had to like hack the game to get it, because in all my years of playing it, which I don't play this game like a lot. I watch the anime a lot, and I like the characters a lot, and I read the Pokédex and like some of the comics and stuff, but I feel like I haven't played the game too much, so I haven't really experienced Pokemon firsthand a lot. I mean, I guess I play a lot of the side games like Pokemon Puzzle League, and I play like Pokemon Snap. I don't know what it is, I really like the world and the characters, but the Pokemon mainline games, I just don't have as much experience with. But I have played Soul Silver, and I have played Pokemon Black and White. I think I did Pokemon White. And, gosh, what was it? I played a different Pokemon game. I can't think of it right now. Oh, I guess Pokemon White too. Or I guess it was Pokemon Black too. But, I basically played Gen 5, and I think it's Gen 4. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if this is just showing my ignorance of the games. That being said, even though I've replayed those games like a bajillion times, I never get to the end, and I never find a shiny. I'm just really, really bad at games, and I'm really bad at luck, I guess, with finding shinies. I don't know what it takes to find a shiny, or if there's like better spots for them. I never Googled them that much, like the best way to hunt a shiny, or if it's just 100% luck. But if it is 100%, oh yeah, I played Sword and Shield. I played Shield specifically. I was like, I feel like I'm missing a mainline Pokemon game that I've played. I technically have played like the original Silver, not Soul Silver as well, but not for very long. Here's a little bit of Fennekin. Force Scorpion says, I really love Crystal and Diamond. Y was fun too. I love being able to dress up your little player character. I would love to play Y. Like, I feel like the character customization in Y and Sun and Moon, I would like to do both of those. Because I think you can customize them in Sun and Moon too. I think when those came out, I just felt so guilty that I had like 3 Pokemon games that I hadn't beat yet. And I was like, I need to beat Soul Silver. And my friend, the jerk, he was like, I was like, I just keep getting to the point where I have to like grind my Pokemon to like get them to be able to beat the next gym. And he's like, here, I'll do it for you. And he still has my Pokemon Soul Silver to this day. I've contacted him several times to give it back. And I'm like, you know what, at this point, I'll grind my own Pokemon. It's been like 6 years. Give me my Pokemon back. I hope I can see those Pokemon again someday. And then hopefully someday actually beat Soul Silver. But anyways, because I felt so guilty not beating those, I never ended up getting X and Y or Sun and Moon, but I actually feel like Sun and Moon were probably more my speed. Sunday says, have you played the Mystery Dungeon games? I would like to. When I see them nowadays, they're kind of like really, really expensive. But I don't know, there's ways of getting it on the internet, it appears. Maybe I'll have to give that a shot, because I feel like a lot of the side Pokemon games are what I love the most. Like, catch me playing Pokemon Puzzle League relentlessly. I love that game. Pokemon Snap, also very fun. I really just like to gawk and look at Pokemon, and my ideal Pokemon game would be like Nintendogs, but Pokemon. That would be so good. Four Scorpion says, is he Team Rocket? Is who Team Rocket? I'm trying to think. I love the Pokemon Stadium games on Nintendo 64, especially the mini games. Yeah, see, I played those as a kid all the time. I think I was like heavily doused in Pokemon content as a kid, but I never actually played Pokemon until I was like in middle school. But before middle school, I like was always watching the show, and I'd always like see Pokemon like stuffed animals and characters everywhere, and I would buy them as a kid. I remember the cards, and I do have a lot of Pokemon cards. I don't know how to play the game, but I just love the artwork. This is like, it's kind of how I consume everything. Is like, they're like, this is the mainline way to consume it, the main games, and I'm like, ooh, let me like follow every avenue on the side and then never play the actual games. I guess that's just how I roll. Ink says they have Nintendogs in Gen 6 to 7. What? What? How do they do that? I would love to play Nintendogs for Pokemon. Before Scorpion says, the person won't give you your silver back. I'm actually the... Yeah. How dare they? Oh! That's the person who's Team Rocket. Yeah. Are they Team Rocket? They're like, I'll raise your Pokemon for you. And then they leave in disguise. Honestly. He befriends me for 4 years just to steal my Pokemon and never return them. This is a long gone Team Rocket scheme. And Ink says, yeah, they kind of have them. I would be curious. And Four Scorpion says, I'm actually the Nintendogs alien IRL. You mean like the toy in Nintendogs that's like a little alien saucer that you like throw around? And Sentai says they had a game like that called Hey You Pikachu on Nintendo 64, but it didn't work very well. The Nintendogs Pokemon, I mean. Yeah, I remember Hey You Pikachu. I remember it being a bit of a mess, but you know, it's still very cool. Cool in concept. Like, give me that, but with every Pokemon. Like, I feel like, Sword and Shield kind of had it, where you could, like, play with them with the ball, and you could, like, make them curry, which was cool. But I still wanted, like, more. Ink says you can pet and feature Pokemon in the mainline games to raise your friendship. Oh, I heard in X and Y you can do that. There's, like, because there's all those gifs of, like, your Pokemon getting stoked, and you can, like, pet them and feed them berries and stuff like that. I do like that. I should just play X and Y and Sun and Moon, because it sounds like they're way more my speed. And Four Scorpion says, yes, it me. I loved the alien in Nintendogs. Honestly, I want like a little gif of it in the corner. And Ink says, you can pet and feed. Oh, wait. I read that. Sorry about that. And Beachy says, Wayne, how's my cute alien friend? I'm doing okay. Actually, I'm doing very good. Today has been fun and enjoyable, and I'm already getting a good way into this little puzzle here, so I'm pretty excited about it. How are you? Or, not upside down. How are you? How's my cute Pichu friend? We're discussing grudges. Grudges about people who won't bring back your Pokemon. It's cruel. They might as well be Team Rocket. Also, how are none of these fitting in together? Like, none of these pieces so far look like they click. And here I was saying that the fire puzzle was the easiest. Part of me always sees, like, these pieces where I'm like, I know that these are the hands of Chimchar. Should I put them aside, or is that just going to take up space if I start delegating them? But I'll put it aside just for now. Because I keep seeing Chimchar pieces. PG says, hope you're doing well. Happy that hope that cute Pichu friend gets back to you about how they are soon. That's you! Yeah, dingus. You're the cute Pichu friend. You wonderful marvel. Not a dingus. I apologize for the language. Does this go here? Do we finally have a side piece that goes together? Ha! Pichu says I'm not cute though. I am a dungus. No! Not on my watch. Not in this house. In here, you're very, very cute. I mean, I think you're cute everywhere, but at least in my rules, you're cute. Ursus says, am an Ursus. You are an Ursus. Also, look, you can kind of see your child is slowly forming. Your Torchic is slowly being here. Peachy says, I even misspelled dingus. I mean, I think dungus has like a new vibe to it though. Sometimes a misspelling of a word is just a new word waiting to happen. And that's pretty cool. You see history in the making. And hi, Ursi! Yes, hello! We got a little bit of Chimchar and a little bit of Torchic and the tiniest bit of Fennekin, and everyone else has just decided to call in sick today. All the other Pokemon are not in this puzzle. 4 Scorpions for doing hydrate and stretch. Thank you. Oh, I was gonna do a heart and I just did like the turn into a lagoon. You know that thing when you're a kid? I don't know if this is like an everywhere thing, but like, you know, little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest. What is it? Scooping up some field mice and popping them on the head. And down came the fairy godmother and she said, like, you know that song? I don't know how many people know that song. But in the end, she's like, I'm gonna turn you into a goon, which I think is like a goblin of sorts. But you do like this hand motion, and then you like turn it on your face so that it looks like a mask. Anyways, that's like a whole bit. But instead of doing a heart for the hydrate and stretch, I just did the goon symbol. I meant hearts. Thank you, 4 Scorpions. I'll go ahead and stretch and hydrate. Hydrated and stretching. Peachy says your glove thingies are adorable. And I don't know that song. Firstly, thank you. Heart this time instead of goon. Which I guess goon's also slang for something else, but we're not gonna get into that. But thank you. This one got chewed up by a dog a long time ago, but I actually kind of like the hole in it. Like, I think they look kind of like extra punk or something. I have one that like isn't frayed like this because it wasn't chewed by a dog, but I just like the one with holes in it more. 4 Scorpions, a little bunny foo-foo, I don't want to see you. Scoop it up the field mice and bop it on the head. You know! And Peachy says, I know the mask thingy from Ace Ventura. Oh, he does that too? I feel like I've only seen bits and pieces of Ace Ventura for being a kid that like grew up obsessed with Jim Carrey. I never watched Ace Ventura. And Peachy says, they are mucho cute. Thank you! Yeah, I was like, what is it, 16 I guess, when I had these gloves on, and I was at my mom was like at a tanning salon for like a vacation she was gonna do or something, and I was like waiting for the tanning salon, and the owners had like a dog come in, and it was like this big pit bull. It was so cute, and I was like petting with it, and it just kept ripping my gloves open. It didn't hurt me, but it just kept ripping my gloves to pieces, and I was like, you know, part of me was like a little sad at the time, but I was like, I guess it's also kind of punk, it's whatever. And now I'm kind of like, oh, I like these gloves more than the ones that are still intact. Also, hello, Sorikin! Thank you for resubbing! And welcome on in! Where's my, there it is. Haha, thank you! Thank you so much! Oh, and Ursa gifted a sub to Peachy, thank you! Goodness gracious! The kindness is a plentiful today. Thank you, guys. And Peachy says, hi ho, Silver, away! And Zorkin says, hi, how's it going? It's going great, thank you. We're getting a good way of the edges done, but we haven't really connected many of them yet, if I'm being honest. We've just gotten the edges out. How are you? 4 Scorpion says, I actually hadn't ever heard the finger eyes being a part of a foo-foo lore. Yeah, it was there's like a like hand you can do it, like little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest. I think it was like, or I guess it's like little bunny foo-foo hopping through the forest, scooping up the field mice and bopping them on the head. Like I guess like scooping up the field and then bopping on the head. There's like a whole like hand thing. I used to be in Scouts. This is what we learned. You'd think, oh, scouts, so you learned how to, like, camp. Yeah, I guess, but we also learned really, really weird hand dances. Like a circle lays round, it has no ends, that's how long I wanna be your friend. I don't know, I don't remember the hand movements to a lot of them. I remember Baby Shark. Let me see you. Ursa says, you! Poor Scorpion says that dog is a designer. I'm so sorry, I got really off track. Oh, the dog, that's the glove. I'm like, I got so off track, I forgot what we were talking about. But I'm all down for designer dogs. But yeah, this dog's got some, like, flair. It knew what was going on. It's like, look, those gloves are way too tidy to be punk. I'm gonna rip them apart. J-Rod says, hi, Rain! Hello, J-Rod, how are you? And PG says, Ursi, thank you. Second gift sub Ursi's given me. Ursa is so generous. Thank you. And Mr. Orkin says, I'm good. I moved today, so I'm still recovering a little. Oh my goodness. That's like a huge event. Congratulations on the move. I hope where you're living is a lot nicer to you and that you enjoy your time there. Thanks for sharing that with us. And I mean, yeah, recover as much as you need. If you need, like obviously, like, if you just stop by and then rest, I just appreciate you stopping by. But congrats. That's a huge, huge life change. Big G says, Wayne, I sent you the Ace Ventura thing on Twitter. Thank you. And Vor Scorpion says, the circle one is so cute, OMG. I am disarmed. Oh, thank you. There's, like, a continuation to that song that's, like, a little darker for some reason. I'm glad that I sang just the part that was cute. BG says, I see you have a few Knuckles figures. Yeah, just a few. This isn't all of them, but this is the ones that would fit. He's my idol. So cool. BG, and then Fourth Corpman says, if you hadn't told me a dog made the holes, I would have assumed that they were just on purpose for real. It's definitely punky and nice. Thank you! I'm glad that they still look, stylistically chosen. I think this dog just did have a gift. J-Rose says, I'm good, how are you? I love your nails. Thanks! Painted just for the occasion, and I'm glad to hear you're doing good. I'm also doing good. I'm having a great time. I'm excited. This puzzle is a pretty fun one. It's got some of my favorite colors in it. BG says, also, Wayne, I love your nails. Thank you, too! Thank you, everyone, for all these nice compliments. And Zorikin says, now I feel like I've made it look more exciting than it was. I finished university, so moving back with family until I find a stable job. Honestly, I still think that's pretty exciting. You had to move, like, all your belongings from going to, like, a huge, like, part of your life. Like, university is, like, a really big deal. Like, also you finished university, which is so exciting. Like, I remember you said that you finished your exams recently. I didn't know you finished university. That's so cool. Congratulations! That's an even bigger deal than moving. I feel like, not to, like, compare, you know, victories, but, like, finishing your university is cool, and then moving, like, all your belongings to a place, that's a lot. But then, like, to be able to, like, start another chapter of your life where you're trying to find, like, a new job and stuff, like, I don't know. I know it can seem daunting and overwhelming, but it's also really exciting to start, like, a new chapter where you can meet new people and do new things. So, congrats! Peachy says, oh no, Knuckles the Echidna 1999. Honestly, the Sonic R fan game I play, when you die as Knuckles, he does go, oh no, and it's so good. Ink says, did you see the last Nintendo Direct? I did! It was a good time. Honestly, for those who haven't seen the Nintendo Direct, I'm going to talk about it for a second. I hope you don't mind spoilers, but I figured I'd let you know. Ursa reached out to me and was like, there's something in the new Mario game for you, because, as you can guess by these being some of my favorite colors, my favorite princess is Daisy. And in the new Mario game, there's Daisy! I was so excited! Honestly, I'm also excited because you could play as Yoshi. Knuckles! But I like Daisy, like, way more. I love Daisy. So I'm personally pretty stoked about that. It looks like a good game. When they started off on the first level and it wasn't yellow, green, or red like every single Mario level ever, it feels like anyway, and it was blue, I was like, alright, this game's different. It's got blue in it. I feel like we haven't really had blue since Galaxy, so that was exciting. Although I guess, like, the mainline games are totally different because they all kind of have different colors and diverse environments in them. But, like, all the co-op games, I feel like it would travel, like, the same place all the time. It was cool to see them be like, the gimmick this time is it's just different from other Mario games. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate it. Also, Daisy! I'm so happy! J-Rod also agrees. Daisy is best princess. And Peachy says, I wish the new Sonic game was online co-op. Honestly, like, I don't know what you would... Like, I feel like it would even be better, because I feel like my worry about the new Sonic game, even though I'm super stoked for it, is, like, keeping up with each other, because like remember in like Sonic 2 when you could have your friend play as Tails, but like it was really hard because Tails kept going off screen, and so like getting back was really difficult. I don't know if they're gonna lock your character to be like a certain distance to the main like player one or something. I don't know how they're gonna make it, because like only Sonic and Amy are that fast. Knuckles and Tails are kind of slow, so I don't know how you're gonna multiplayer all on the same screen at the same time. But if you did online co-op, I think that would solve a lot of issues, because you wouldn't have to be in the same location at the same time all the time. You could just have like a little arrow showing like your friend's far ahead or your friend's far back. And I feel like that would be almost easier. I hope they do something like that, but I guess if they do couch co-op, I'm hoping that they figured out how to work different character speeds together, because that would be really cool. I'm personally also very excited for the Sonic game. I think it was on like the PlayStation Direct thing, and like that was really cool. I think I am just excited for the Sonic game in general, because I love co-op games so much. So that's cool. I'm still excited. I'm just wondering how it's gonna work. Because like Kirby works because everyone's so slow in multiplayer that you don't have to wait for people that much. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely gonna play it though. Michi says Elephant Mario. Yeah, he's so cute! I feel like Cat Mario, it's like, okay, yeah, of course. Like, I love cats. Everyone loves cats. Cats are like, if you Google the cutest animal ever, you'll get pictures of cats. I've done that before. I was like, what's the cutest animal? And it's like, cats are usually seen as pretty cute. And I'm like, okay, well, this seems like an easy one. Elephants are like really beloved though, and just like a very rarely tapped creature to put into games. So I like Elephant Mario. And Peachy says, I want to play with my friends online. It was, yes. It was very cool, and I would also like to play it with friends online. I think that'll be awesome. Especially the new Mario will also be really cool to play with friends online. I will forfeit Daisy to other Daisy's fans, and I'll just play Yoshi, but I feel like if you're like, I guess I'll play Daisy, I'd be like, no. I'm Daisy. I'm gonna be petty about it. But if you're like Grezzy and you really, really love Daisy, I'll be like, you play Daisy. I'll play Yoshi. Ink says, I love Fang being back. Yeah, that was so cool. Like, I checked the announcement page or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, Fang's gonna be here. I think he's at the end of the trailer too. I don't know, that's just so exciting. Like, I just love when they bring back the old characters. Like, I'd love to see more inclusion of like old and like comic characters or animated TV show characters. I would just like to see, I don't know, more celebration of the history is really exciting. BG says, say, I'm gonna travel to Rainy to play with Rainy. Yes, absolutely. If you're ever in town, we will play Sonic together. And from frog to furry to elephant. Oh yeah, I forgot. He was a frog for a bit. That's cool. BG says, I prefer to play as Luigi. Luigi is cool. I feel like if Peach was taken, I think I'd play either Toad or Luigi second in the other games where it's like you have those Mario, Luigi, Toad, Peach, and like Rosalina. I would play as Peach, and if anyone else like was like, oh man, I haven't played the game a long time or something like that, or I'm new to it, I would give them Peach because she's a little easier to play with. Then I'd play as Toad or Luigi because I just feel like Luigi's charming. Peachy says Fang the Sniper / Knack the Weasel is gonna be fun. Was Knack the Weasel a different name he had? I know a lot of really unimportant facts about Sonic, but I don't remember a lot of the cool ones. And Beiji says yes. Oh, that's cool. But I like that he's not named Knack anymore, because isn't that one franchise that no one really liked? Rosalina's my favorite Mario character. Rosalina's cool. I think she like rounds out the team. I mean, as I said moments ago, I feel like blue is a color that they just don't put in Mario a lot, and I think it's unfortunate because it really balances things out. A lot of the levels in the co-op ones are always yellow, red, and green, and I think it gets kind of stale. So to have like a blue princess, I feel like she makes things more interesting. It makes me like reminds me that Galaxy has like a whole bunch of different color palettes that just aren't really usually put in the Mario universe. That makes it more visually diverse. And it's like, are they gonna have similar mechanics to previous Mario games? Like the one that's coming out? Maybe. It might have some similar mechanics. It might overall just be yet another multiplayer side-scrolling Mario. But that's okay. The mechanics themselves weren't broken. It's just that they were getting visually stale to me. So I'm down to just play with new maps, essentially. Same with the Sonic games. They're like, all these new levels. Although some of the new levels that they posted or shared about, I was like, these look the same. Like a whole new level. It's in the jungle. And I'm like, I don't know if you knew this, but Sonic's definitely gone to the jungle many times before. Like, I don't think this is new. So I'm hoping some more of the Sonic new levels will also, like, be more visually diverse. So I'm really tired of going to the same places over and over again. I mean, I don't think that's like a hot take. I think that's just how a lot of people feel, is like some of the locations in Sonic and Mario get stale when they have like the same mechanics a lot in a lot of their like side games or their main games and whatnot. It's kind of like, it'd be nice if in those game lines they like looked a little visibly different rather than just like cleaned up. And he says his name was Knack in the comics, I believe. Oh, that's cool. But he's a Jerboa, not a weasel. What the heck's a Jerboa? I'm Googling it. I like it being named after his little tooth. It follows the naming convention of classic Sonic characters. Yeah, like where it's like Tails, Knuckles, Sonic, like you're all just named after like a thing that applies to you. Amy being an outlier. Veggie says he's a Mobian weasel and mercenary who has been employed at various times by Dr. Eggman, along with Bark the Polar Bear and Bean the Dynamite. He's a member and leader of the Hooligans. Man, I hope we get to see the other two then. That'd be super cool. Amy is a Rose. Does Amy mean Rose? Leave it to me not to know that. Let me see. What was I looking up? I think it was like a Jerboa? Like a gerbil? Jerboa. Okay, cool. That is what I was looking up. Jerboa. It sounds like a gerbil made into a boa. Like a longer gerbil. Oh, what a weird little creature. I don't know. The proportions are really wild on that thing. I like it though. Oh. Peach's Amy is a Rose. Oh. I guess because she has like a red dress? Or is Rose like another word for just like a lady? Ink says, wasn't Amy named Rosie at one point? I would not know, but I'd believe it. Thanks for all the Fang lore, everyone. Now I'll know more about this guy going into the series, or going into the new game. Does that go there? It really doesn't feel like it goes there, but it fits in. So we'll keep it there for a sec. Anyone else hear this music? It's a nice little box. I think this does not go here, I guess. So this goes here. Yay! Alright, we're slowly getting some pieces together. Brev says, that's some deep cuts lore. Yeah! Everyone here is very smart. And knows a lot of cool things. Brev says, also, hey Rain, hope you're having fun puzzling. Also, booping tunes. Oh, or bopping tunes. Thank you, they are some bopping tunes. But yes, I have been having fun puzzling. The barrier is slowly being made. We're doing a little more of a classic approach to puzzles this time around. I hope that you're doing well. So welcome to chat. Yeah, I'm slowly being the key word. This isn't a Sonic puzzle. We're doing this at a slowpoke pace. So for those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, there was this cool little thing going around that was like, oh, what like type of trainer would you be? And it was like this quiz that was what type of Pokemon trainer you'd be, as one might suspect based on the title. I got water type. I know you're probably shocked. You probably thought, wow, Rain, I bet you'd be like ground type or something. Nope. As cliche as it is, I was a water type. Pretty happy with it though, because then it was like you have to choose a team like based off of water type, and I got to have Quagsire in it, who I love. So no complaints being a water type gym leader here. What is it? Gosh, I don't know why I fumbled this question. What type of gym leader do you guys think you would be or want to be? There, worded perfectly. Beijing says, speaking of somewhat classic Pokemon music, I'm excited for Pokemon DLC because we can walk. We can walk. Pokemon DLC? For the Scarlet and Violet's coming out with new DLC, isn't it? I heard something about that. I haven't played Scarlet and Violet yet because I've been trying to avoid the new generation Pokemon so I can tier list them with no bias. And I'll be able to see a bunch of Pokemon that I have never seen. I've seen about like 10 or 11 of the new gen just because the internet, but I'm excited to see them all for the first time at some point. That being said, you can walk in the new generation? Like, are you not allowed to walk in Scarlet and Violet right now? Ming says the curse of knowing Sonic lore is all the times they change something and it messes everything up that they had. That's so fair. I feel like Sonic Frontiers was basically like, you piece lore together? Well, time to deconstruct it. Because Sonic Frontiers was just like, a huge overhaul of like a lot of stuff that did not try to explain anything. I'm so sorry. And Force Corbin says, imagining a team of Slowpokes doing a puzzle is adorable. I would love to have a team of Slowpokes doing a little puzzle with me. I feel like they're kind of a rainy day Pokemon. They got that vibe. And I did put that in my team of water. It was like, make a team of 6 water type Pokemon. I definitely put Slowpoke in my team. That was such a nice and comfy guy. These go together. PG says electric type. I would expect to get electric type from you. That'd be awesome. There's a team of all 6 Peaches. Or you'd have to like all of the Pikachu line in there. And Forest Scorpion says ghost type for Big Sure. Oh, that'd be so cool. Do you have a favorite ghost type? And Ursa highlighted, psst, I love you. And thank you. I love you too, Ursa. Hope you're doing well. And PG says we're getting new DLC for Scarlet and Violet. Ah, yes. And Brev says, oh yeah, and Frontiers really messes up lore. Haha, also poison just for my Gunk boy. Yeah, gotta get that Krogunk in there. I'm almost sad that we don't have Krogunk as a starter Pokemon, so you can't bet on him. We can still cheer on him though, in our hearts. And PG says, I hope you understand the meme soon, Wayne. The meme? Oh, is it about like Scarlet and Violet, about how like, is it because it's like janky? I kind of remember hearing that like the game itself was really poorly made. So like in the new update, did they fix things? Perhaps? And Ursa says vibing to your voice. Aww, I'm glad if it's a vibe. Hopefully it's a good vibe. I'm angrily vibing to your voice. Your voice makes me triggered. That would be sad. I'm glad if it's a good one though. But PG says no. Oh, well then thank you for clarifying. It says me saying we can walk. You think it is a meme that I will understand at some point? Because I will keep an eye out for those words and see if I can understand. I did recently watch Spy X Family in its entirety, so now I can understand those memes. And PG says, I hope so. Well, I hope so too. I will keep an eye out. Ink says, my favorite Pokemon type is Orpal. Well, then you should totally be a poison type or ghost type trainer. Then you could get all the purple. You can even get Poipole, the purple Pokemon. But thanks for the hydrate, Brevs. I will totally do that. Alright. And Sir can redeem to stretch. Thank you. I will totally stretch it out. Just stretch my head back. And stretch one hand. Stretch the other hand. And PG says, it's not in the games. Okay, so it's not in the games. Then I am curious to see where it'll pop up. And J. Ross says, they can walk. Oh, so do you get the meme? That's good. I'm glad someone does. And Boy Scorpion says, I am a favorite ghost type. I am my favorite ghost type. Heck yeah. It's actually hard to pick though. I love Shedinja, Shuppet, and Gengar. Ooh, I love Shuppet. It's so cute. I mean, so are Gengar and Shedinja for sure. Ooh, and Mischievous. Those are all a good vibe. I mean, that's a good four to start your 6th team. And J-Ro says yes. I'm glad you got it then. We can walk. I'm gonna say it's a meme about how you can go on a walk, but so can your pupperino with you, and then you can walk, and your dog can walk. So like when you're like, man, let's go for a walk, like then your dog thinks in its head, let's go for a walk. So it's like we can walk, and then like in parentheses, we can walk. It's like you being really excited to take your dog for a walk, and your dog being really excited to go for a walk, and that's the meme to me as it stands now. PG says, other Pokemon can fly majestically through the sky, but I can walk. Okay, so then that makes you think it's totally a Pokemon meme. Well then someday, I hope I can understand with you guys. Thank you for introducing me so that someday I will know. I think this goes on this side. I actually don't think so anymore. J-Rod says, exactly. Before Scorpion says, I love a Sneasel too. I've drawn myself as one before. Aww, Sneasel's adorable. I think in, what is it? Was it X and Y, or was it... Oh no, I was just watching the Celebi movie. I think there's a Sneasel owned by the bad guy. It's just cute to see them animated. So I'm like, I don't care if you're a good guy or bad guy. For Pokemon, personally, I'm just like, I just like that you're here. Inside the Celebi movie, they also had a Quagsire animated for a bit. And I liked that too. A little cameo of my wonderful child. Miji says, Rainy, check Twitter DMs. I sent you the meme. Oh, okay. And J-Ross says, are links allowed? I think they are? I don't know. But yeah, I'll go check the meme. Ooh, a furret. That makes me think of Sentai. Aw, this is cute. It's like a little, furret walk with like a musical attached to it about how they can walk. This is super cute. This is like a big meme right now. It's just like I guess I will include the link in, so everyone else can watch it sometime too. That was adorable. J-Ross says, Peachy beat me, lol. Oh, I'm glad that you both knew it, because this is a treat. I'll have to watch the whole thing later. Ink says, Pokemon really girls themselves with adding the best feature ever, walking with Pokemon, in Gen 4, because every time they want to bring it back, it's a logistical nightmare having like 1,000 following animations. Right, but it's like the main reason I replay Soul Silver so much. It's just because I love that they like can walk around and like, even in the Pokewalker, like it's just so cute. I don't know. I think they did screw themselves over there because it makes me like sad every time it's not there. Which says it's using a Cumulatown theme from Pokemon Black and White. Yeah, I recognize the town theme. That makes sense, it's from Black and White. Which is why I'm excited for the return of Furret. Oh, nice! You think Furret will be in the DLC? That'll be cool. I can walk. They can walk. Do 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 do. It's a bop. I like it, Cumulatown. It's confirmed. Oh, good. I think Sentai wants, so Sentai has this, like, GIF, and it's Furret running, and it's one of their emotes, and I feel like they once gaslighted me, thinking that it was a Sentret, because their name is Sentai, but it is a Furret, right? The ferret in Sentret is the one that's, like, a circle with, like, a raccoon tail. Oh my gosh, now I have to Google it. This gaslight continues. Yeah, okay, Furret is that one that Sentai uses as an emo, and I think once I was like, oh yeah, that's a Furret, right? And Sentai was like, no, it's a Sentret, just like my name. And I was like, what? This whole time? No, I think they're just gaslighting me. Are you telling me that there are no oranges I can connect this to? That's blasphemy! You go here? Do you go here? I think you do. Okay, good. I was gonna say, there's so many side pieces on this board, there's no way you don't go to any of them. Piece of Sentret stands on its tail. Okay, yeah, I thought. Because Sentret looks like a bunny rabbit with a raccoon tail, doesn't it? And Ink says, I think the walking feature was scrapped from Gen 7, but they found the walking animations for every Pokemon in the files. Then why? I guess it's probably a brat to program it, but like, still. Like, you had all the animations done? Those poor animators worked their butts off for that. And everyone would love it. We would all be excited for it. It's like a little ear. I guess it's probably Fennekin's ear. And we just said, yes, Gen 8 reintroduced it. Oh, cool, so you can walk around with your Pokemon in, oh, wait. Gen 7, that's X and Y. Gen 8, oh no, it's Sun and Moon, right? So Sun and Moon reintroduced it? I didn't know Sun and Moon you could, like, have Pokemon walk around with you. I don't mean to be just, like, dead set on finishing specifically Chimchar. This isn't my bias showing. I just know it's at the bottom, and I have space here, that's all. Gen 8 introduced. Oh, Gen 7 Sun and Moon. That's right, Gen 8 is Sword and Shield. So in Sword and Shield they can follow you? Because I played Sword and Shield, but I don't remember them following me. If that's something I can enable, please tell me. I would love to do that. is this going here? I think this playlist ended. They can in the DLC areas. Oh, that is so rude. Why would they do that? Like, sorry, you have to get the DLC so that they can walk around with you? Heck that, I'm not getting the DLC. I got enough Pokemon to worry about. I already got Quagsire. I don't need any others. Goodness, I did not know I would be losing my voice here. Okay, Chimchar is really going hard today. Forrest Griffin says, you want childlike joy? That'll be additional money. Stinky. Yeah, what the heck? That's ridiculous. I already bought your game. Like, just give me Pokemon to follow me. I'm just gonna replay your old ones. When my friend maybe someday returns them. I asked him like 8 months ago, I was like, I'm thinking about moving soon. Could you send that to me? And he's like, oh yeah, sure thing. And then he still hasn't. I'm like, dude, it's been so long. Give me my Pokemon. I'll be bitter until then. Alright. Let's just go here. Yes. He's gonna buy the Scarlet and Violet DLC when I get paid. Well, I hope the DLC is worth it, and I hope it's like lots of fun. Still rude they put Sentret behind a paywall, but that's fine. I feel like DLC is like sometimes like, you know, just put it in the game. It's cool. Like, that'd be neat if you just put it in the game. Especially if the game hasn't been out for like that long. I feel like when it came out in November, I guess it's been like half a year. It is about DLC time, but I feel like also, I don't know, I get kind of like, there's so many games that are like, oh, it's free DLC because we just wanted to put it in the game at some point anyways. And I'm like, thank you, because I already bought your game. And it's kind of cool that the $60 was enough. Like, Sonic Frontiers is like, I'm not going to have to pay extra money to get additional playable characters. I already bought the game. So when Pokemon does that and stuff like that does that, it's just like, really? Like, I already paid my dues. I already bought your $60 game. Forrest Griffin says, I'm sure it'll be fun. The paywall for that is just, what? Like, Inner Kid Scorpions is so offended. Yeah, like, I'm offended by it, but also, like, yeah, I'm sure it'll be worth it. Like, I'm sure it's gonna add, like, a lot of extra, like, playable features to the game for people who've already beaten it and want to revisit it, but don't have a lot of reason to. So it is nice to, like, keep adding stuff. And Forrest Griffin says, that's actually so upsetting to learn. I haven't played any of the games since Sun and Moon. Oh, so you didn't play Sword and Shield? Gosh, I get my generations mixed up. Or Scarlet Violet. Honestly, I don't play enough of Sword and Shield. So I'm kind of there. But yeah, like, I just think that is really stupid. Why would you paywall the characters walking behind you? That's so stupid. I'm definitely not going to get the DLC. Even if it's like, oh, we added a cool feature for you in DLC. I'm like, it should have just been there. Meaning says, same, I still walk into Ultra Sun to shiny hunt or fill my Pokédex. Shiny hunting sounds like it could be a fun time, especially on stream. I think if I was doing it by myself, I might get bored doing it. But like on stream, if I'm just chatting in anyways, it's like, well, might as well just shiny hunt. I'm assuming if shiny hunting is just like going through the grass and like finding a bunch of Pokemon over and over again, that could be kind of nice. Like it would be like a relaxing thing to do with people. Miji says Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC is going to be nice. Yeah, that is a DLC where it's like they are kind of giving you a whole extra game. So it's like, okay. There's some DLC that I'm like, it's big enough that I feel like it warrants an extra purchase. But some DLC, I'm just like, okay, that should have been the main game. Like, that's just rude. He's bro, I will trade you 50 for it. 50 for it for a shiny, or are you just gonna give me 50 for it if I get the game? Looks like no Funky Kong or Pauline yet. Yeah, I'm hoping we get them in there. I think having Kamek is like a huge sign of like, okay, so you are intending to bring all of the previous playable characters back. Because I feel like Kamek was even like not really, wasn't that the one that was like not really a playable character? But it was like going to be, and there was files for it, and so like bringing that back, and the fact that they're like, yeah, we'll even bring a character in that wasn't technically a playable character but was going to be someday, means that I feel like any previous playable character will probably be making a comeback. And that's exciting. So hopefully we'll see Funky Kong, and Pauline just makes sense. Being said, shiny hunting is way more fun if you have the shiny charm, but you need to fill the Pokédex first. Dang, you have to fill the whole Pokédex first? I mean, I feel like filling the Pokédex is one of the more fun parts of Pokemon games. I just wish there weren't exclusively Pokemon, or there weren't like so many Pokemon that you like have to trade or have to have friends to do them, because then if the game's old, then you might not be able to trade them, or you might not be able to, like, have friends who are still playing, or there might not be support for that system still, so you'll just never be able to finish your Pokédex. No, it's stuck. Filling out the Pokédex, though. I feel like I heard that was kind of achievable in Arceus. And if that's the case, then that's cool that they made a game where it's not an obscene feat to fill out your Pokédex. Ing says, ugh, typo. Nah, you do you. I'll wait if you still got the rest of the sentence to write. Michi says, I'll always help my buddy Wayne with the Pokédex. Thank you! I'll get the one that you don't have then. The one on the other side. So it's like, I do tend to get the ones that my friends don't have. Like, they'll always be like, I got sword. And I'm like, I got shield. So, like, I could try to help friends with Pokédexes, but I am just so lazy. But I would still like to try, so I can pull my weight too. And Four Scorpion says, 60 Furret, not a Sentret more. No longer Sentrets, only Furrets. In fact, just gonna catch them as Sentrets. Not even gonna be just gonna catch them as Furrets, not even Sentrets. Pidgey says, I have both, so your choice, buddy. Oh, neat! That's cool. And Ing says, it's fun to fill the Pokédex until you have to go to the GTS to get the version exclusives and starters. GTS? Is that like a station inside Pokemon? Version... Yeah, I feel like the version exclusive, that's what throws me off when getting the Pokédex. It's like, okay, I don't typically get more than one Pokemon game of a generation. I don't usually get them both. So filling out the Pokédex is like, that's such an ordeal when it has to be co-op. Like, I get it, and it's kind of cool to, like, enhance a community feature like that, but also stressful. Like, I don't want to, like, what if my friend doesn't have that one, and then I reached out for nothing? I guess I would reach out anyways, and I just talk to my friend, which is cool, but that's a lot of work and communication. It's kind of like turnips in Animal Crossing being, like, the only way to really get rich. It's like, but I have to communicate with people and do, like, a lot of social stuff to, like, be rich in Animal Crossing. It's really hard. Oh, Global Trade Station. Yes, that's right. Thank you. And Four Scorpion says, was mostly making a monetary pun. 60 Furret, not a Sentret more. Oh, like a cent. That's funny. Peachy says, I want to play Mario Kart with my buddy Wayne. I would be totally down to play Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart. Especially when this new DLC is coming out. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm excited for it. Inning says, and some people glitch the GTS, so you get banned for a day if you try to trade. What? Why would they do that? That's so rude. Why would they do that against you? Like you're just like a poor casualty inside the situation? That's awful. Michi says, Wayne, I have at least one of each Pokemon in the Paldean Pokédex. Wait, if you have them all in your Pokédex and then you trade them all to me, will they all be on my Pokédex and then I could trade them all back? Like I could just like have them temporarily and then I would have the like whole Pokédex complete? That would be very cool. Nurse says, same! In Mario Party 2! Yes! Yeah, the three of us could kick the NPC's butt. I believe we could do it. I always like to team up with my friends against the computer of Mario Kart. That's my favorite way to play, is like by turning the competitive game of Mario Kart into a co-op game and just trying to kick the NPC butt. It's fun. I think everything's more fun if I co-op than I compete. That's just because maybe I'm too competitive? I don't know. Like, I think I'm a bit of a sore loser. I'd rather be a sore loser against a robot than like a friend. But I just think co-op makes everything way more fun to me. This has gotta be... Oh no, it's probably for Tepig. I was like, I feel like that's gotta be Litten. But she says, yes, I'm a fake Mario Kart pro. How do you be a fake Mario Kart pro? Do you like do all the drifts but like not the other cool tricks? I don't know what there are. I just drive. I feel like there's like a lot of cool stuff to Mario Kart that I'm like, wow. I heard about snaking recently. I still don't fully understand it, but it's cool that there's like a whole feature of the game that people can use to exploit it. You do all the drifts, but badly. Hey, that's me! Four Scorpion says, I love playing as King Boo and picking a motorbike. He cannot reach those pedals. This is nonsense. I like to imagine, though, that if he's not on a motorbike and that he's just in a car, that he, like, grows little tiny feet to reach the pedals and you just can't see it. Just, can you imagine King Boo with just, like, these tiny little stick legs? That'd be so cute. Beachy says, fire hopping is something I did accidentally without knowing it was good to do. Fire hopping? Ooh, that sounds cool. It sounds like you're in a Waluigi's stadium doing some derby tricks. Ink says, playing against people is better because you can say it was laggy and your controller was drifting and your little brother's playing if you lose. That's true. You can be like, oh no, I played against human beings and we're all faulty here. But yeah, I guess if you play against a machine, it's like, no, it was just favored to win. I was robbed. But a machine can't hear your excuses. You're right. Okay, so we got about 3 guys who are actually trying to be completed on this board. I guess 4. We've got a little bit of score bunny going on. The other guys have yet to even see the light of day. I'm just trying to get the sides, man. I don't know where these guys are coming from. I think this is a bit of Fennekin. Maybe not. I'll put it away. Let's go here. Or here. Nope. So PG says it is jumping with a starting boost. Oh! So is that like when you like hold on your acceleration and then like on the 3, 2, 1 and then you press it enter really fast? He says, no man, I own that shit. Is GTG got to go or good to go? I get those mixed up, but if you've got to go, then thank you for stopping by. It was really fun having you. And if it's good to go, then yeah, might as well own it. Like, you know, there's no real harm in losing. Or in not being able to play the game in a pro level. I feel like that's pretty rare. And Four Scorpion says, I have a little figurine of Shy Guy in a cart on my desk. Hey! I have a little figurine of Daisy in a cart on my desk. We're Mario Karting even when we're not playing the game. Time to Mario Kart. Mario Kart. We're Mario Karting. Together as friends. It was gonna be a song. It did not turn into one. Beachy says, when you get the starting boost after holding A after 2 starts to appear, then you press the hop button. There's a hop button? Oh, I guess it's like the button to like, what is it? That's the button to do tricks, right? Beachy says, who's your Mario Kart main? So, actually, it usually is Daisy. Oh no, where'd my piece go? Oh no, I had a piece that was connected. Oh, there it is. It usually is Daisy at this point. It used to be Dry Bones when I was a kid. But I also like to use the Mii because I have like amiibos of Captain Falcon and Samus, and then I can just like be essentially Captain Falcon or Samus on the board. And I think that's fun. But I also like have the Animal Crossing, like I have a Rover amiibo. Because Rover's my favorite Animal Crossing character. And then I can have like little cat ears while I'm racing too. So I feel like that's also cool. Sometimes I play Link. But if I'm playing like just a regular character, I usually just play Daisy. And if not, I usually play the Mii, and I'm either Samus, Captain Falcon, or Animal Crossing Helmet. Four Scorpion says, Dry Bones is iconic. Honestly, Dry Bones is so cool. I used to play them like exclusively when I was in high school. I guess I don't know where that one goes. Does it go to this? This music makes me feel like I should be puzzling harder. BG says, I play lots of Rosalina or Donkey Kong. Ooh, that's cool. So you have like is that like a medium and then like a heavyweight character? So like you can like, I feel like some people balance those things out to like get different effects and stuff. But that's neat. Well-rounded, you got a furry and you got a princess. Keeping it diverse. Vorkowin says, I laugh whenever I think of Dry Bones because of an inside joke a friend shared with me. Whenever I see Dry Bones, in my head I hear, oh hell no, they dried his damn bones! That's so silly. Well, you gotta play Dry Bones. So is Shy Guy or Dry Bones your main? And BG says, the Sword and Shield gym battle theme is nice. Yeah, it's got a fun vibe to it. I wish they changed it up sometimes, but it's still a good vibe. And BG says, no, they are both considered heavyweight characters. I guess that makes sense, because Rosalina is kind of like a giant woman, isn't she? Like, I feel like she's, like, way big in comparison to the other princesses. I don't know if it's like she's a god or something. But it's very cool. All down for a giant woman. There we go. A little bit more Fennekin. I never pick my characters based off of weight. Although I think they probably are conveniently similar weights sometimes. Like, I guess Link and Daisy are probably similar weights. Because my voice is cracking all day today. No matter how many hydrates, my voice is still like, why are we being used? Like, I don't know, man. I'm having fun doing it, though. Let me use my voice. This has gotta be... Scorbunny? Yes. I thought it was a bit of, Fennekin first. It is not. Yeah! Whereas Robin says, Shy Guy's the main. We love Shy Guy. Shy Guy's super cute! Also just makes me think of, like, when you would play Mario Kart on the bus as kids. I mean, you, like, kind of had to default to Shy Guy. If you didn't own the game anyway. And I never owned Mario Kart DS, but I had so many friends that did that I basically played it, like, all the time during all my field trips. Peach says she is magical, but, like, more magical than Peach and Daisy. Okay, more magic, more princess. That makes sense. Boy Scorpion says, when I rode the bus in middle school, me and several kids would play Mario Kart together on our DS. I didn't have the game, but still play as Shy Guy. Pleasant little memories. Hey! And Boy Scorpion says, not us talking about the same thing. Yeah! Same memories! Same memories. I love that. I do feel like that's what I think of when I think of Shy Guy. Is, like, playing on the bus on Mario Kart DS. Beachy says, Wayne, you're so cute. Thank you! Thanks! And Beachy says, we used to do that during our break and during lunch. Yeah, it's just such a nice thing. Like, if I'm being, like, 100% honest, I'm not a big Mario Kart guy. I would never play that game if I didn't have friends or family to play it with. Like, you won't really catch me playing Mario Kart by myself. Is it because I don't like the game? No, I think the game's perfectly fine. I just think, like, its function as a friend game is why I like it. So when I'm not, like, playing it with others, I just don't really want to play it. I don't know if that's, like, a different or weird take, but it's just, like, that's my experience with it. So, like, all my memories of Mario Kart are usually with other people, and it's nice to have things like that. And as a result, like, Shy Guy has become a character that just makes me think of hanging out with friends, and that's cool. And Boy Scorpion's like, it's such a lovely time. I love seeing what color I would get. Right! Like, I'm like, man, I wonder if I'll be, like, orange Shy Guy today. Or yellow Shy Guy. And Peter says, I mean, in secondary school, middle to high school to you Americans, we played them. It was the first time any teacher heard us swear. That's so funny. I hope you guys didn't get in too much trouble. It was always kind of satisfying when I would, like, do well in a game against people, because they're always like, oh yeah, like, I don't think people really see me as, like, a gaming threat, which is fair, they shouldn't. I'm not the best. And it was really satisfying, though, whenever I would do then really good in games, and people would be like, what? Who the heck was that Shy Guy? Like, what did they do? Like, they just, like, took first from me, and I'm like, ha ha ha, ha 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 ha. That was me. Little did you know, but you let your guard down around me, and you shouldn't have. I don't know, that's a nice feeling of satisfaction. Boy Scorpions, I also have a little standalone Shy Guy figures. One is red and one is yellow. Oh, that's cute. Glad you got a little yellow Shy Guy. It's a good color, not biased. BG says, a friend called me a dickhead for red shelling him, and their teacher told us to stop fighting. Hey, you were just playing the game the way it's supposed to be played. I can never shade anyone for, like, taking first place or doing anything from me. Yeah, I might be pissed, but, like, I mean, you're just doing it. You're winning. How can I be mad? Boy Scorpion says, many a friendship has been lost to Rainbow Road. Oh yeah, I was always pretty darn good at Rainbow Road. So that was always, like, everyone always like, oh, Rainbow Road, no! And I was always like, heh heh heh. Heh, this is my trump card. Like, I can win in Rainbow Road because everyone else dies in Rainbow Road. But now that I've gotten older, a lot of my friends can do Rainbow Road too, so it's not really so much of a trump card. Now it's just a road. But I remember the days when Rainbow Road was intimidating. Those were some good days. For me, anyway. PG says, I threw the shell back! That makes sense. And Boy Scorpion says, not for me personally, disclaimer, just in general. The Nintendo 64 one was very different. Oh, the, like, Rainbow Road in Nintendo 64? Oh my gosh, the Nintendo 64 game was just hard. I feel like that game was just really hard to play. And BG says, Rainbow Road was easy as fuck. Yeah, I feel like once I got to the Wii, because I used the GameCube controller, I always had the advantage. So a lot of people wanted to use the Wii remote, but like the GameCube controller just supplies more stability, so I always felt like I was doing pretty good there, but I just think I had the advantage. And it made Rainbow Road pretty easy. Four Scorpion says, I don't know if you remember the one from 8. I haven't played it for a few years now. Or I don't know if you remember the one from 8. I haven't played it for a few years. Well, 8 kind of has like a bunch of Rainbow Roads from a bunch of different games. So like, Mario Kart 8, I think, might even have the Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road, but they did like severely reshape it. So none of them really look or are as challenging as they used to be. I guess it depends. If you disable the whole like stay on the road feature, but I'm a bit of a cheat. I use the whole stay on the road feature. I'm like, things go too fast for me. Especially if you do like, what is it, 200cc for Mario Kart 8. I'm like, nope, I'm gonna keep the like keep on the road thing stuck on. My roommate though, she'll always take it off and she'll just fly off the edge consistently, and I'm like, well, everyone's gonna play their own way. I just prefer to not continuously fall off the road forever. Dang, I switched to like a more hype playlist, I guess. It's a little more fun. Future says, the Rainbow Road from 8 was, yeah, the 200cc is the only way I found that course difficult. 200cc is something else, and my brother would never play on anything but that. Whenever I visited him and he wanted to play Mario Kart, I always just like lost my patience. I'd be like, you know what, I'm just always gonna be in 12th. This sucks. 200cc just like throws you everywhere. And Four Scorpion says, it's very visually stimulating. Yeah, the new one, or the, just in general, like Rainbow Road in general? Because I would agree with both. Or do you mean 200cc? That is a lot to look at. Okay, this one goes here, right? Goodness gracious, I don't know where those go. I just know they're cheek fluffs. They'll go where they go whenever they go. Oh, we got a little bit of a Fennekin eyeball. That's a good sign. Here we are. You have to go here. I don't make the rules. This is just your destiny. Accept it. You go here. I know you go here. Whatever. You're staying there. PG says the Nintendo 64 Rainbow Road remake was boring in my opinion. Is that the one with the train? There's so many Rainbow Roads, but I'm like, let me Google it. Because I'm like, I think I know which one we're talking about. I'll have to be like, wait, what? You think it was boring? Let me Google it. Rainbow Road 64 remake. Let me see. It is the one with the train, I think. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty, but I do kind of get the Rainbow Roads confused. I think if you said you liked any Rainbow Road, I'd be like, yeah! And if you said you didn't like any, I'd be like, that's fair. There's a lot of them. I'm kind of like, it's space and rainbows, so I feel like you can't really do much wrong there. But I can imagine if, like I feel like Sika and Revenants were going to do, like, a Mario Kart, like, what is it, Mario Kart course tier list? I feel like if you know the courses well enough to do a Mario Kart course tier list, then I would trust you probably know a lot of the differences. Like, vastly different things about each, like, Rainbow Road remake and whatnot. I do not. Four Scorpion says, what I remember of the one from 8 was pretty. Oh, let me see. Was very pretty. I never really liked Mario Kart much to begin with, though. I prefer the Mario Party games as a young Scorpion. Yeah, I feel the same, because Mario Party games, I feel like even when some of the mini-games you didn't like, there were some mini-games you really liked, and it was like the skill levels were really, I guess, diverse, because one person might be better at doing this kind of skill, and one person might be better at doing this kind of skill, but like, they're just constantly being tested and changed and mixed up and stuff. So I do feel like Mario Party's a little more fun. It's also like a little more fair to like more people playing, because there are so many, I guess, luck elements, so you could play with people of all abilities. Like, I can play that with my family, but Mario Kart with my family might not be the same experience, because they don't play it as much, and so they, like, would be lagging behind or struggling and not having as good of a time. But Mario Party is always mixing it up enough, so my parents actually feel like they can jump in and have a chance. It's like a board game, which I love board games, but with, like, a little more spice to it, a little more fun to me. So, I also prefer Mario Party. Though Mario Kart is fun with friends. It's just, like, definitely not my go-to. and I wouldn't play it by myself. And Pichu says the Toad Express going alongside it, yes. It's cool. I like the train. I wish I could ride the train. That'd make it cooler. Pichu says the GameCube one was my favorite, and I hope we get it remade in the booster course. Ooh, there's a GameCube specific Rainbow Road? That'd be cool. And Winnie, my cute alien friend, I am feeling a bit heckin' sleepy, so I'm gonna go get some sleeps. Love you, friendo. Love you too, Peachy. Thanks for being here. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you and good to hear from you. And thanks for talking cool Sonic lore and also cool Mario Kart facts with me. Both very fun. And just sharing your general presence. I hope you have a great night and sleep well. And Ursa says, sleep wells. Yes, sleep well. And Peachy says, good to see and hear from you too. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Alright, we got a little bit of the little hat for Torchic that is now connecting it to Fennekin. They're now bros. These poor guys, they're already racing ahead of everyone else. Don't you know? You need to finish 6th. This isn't the... But I guess there's 4 of them. There's officially 4 of them actually in this race. They're trying their best. I believe in them. Also, who knows? I might just find their last piece at the very, very end. And then they would be well, I guess they wouldn't be 6th, they'd be the 8th. But I might find their piece at near the very end, and then they could be 6th. So no matter how close they are to being done now, that isn't an indicator of when I'll find their pieces near the end. PG says, we gotta talk more. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a bit of a recluse, but I would love to talk more. I apologize for any absences I've had in general. To everyone, actually. I don't know if... I think I probably have like a streak of coming across as like more introvert or extroverted. I am unfortunately more introverted than I would like to be because I love being around people and I love people a lot. But I am just a lot shyer than one probably would expect. BG says, you ever want my Discord? Then let me know, friend. Thank you! I will hit you up. I appreciate it. And thanks for the invite. Wait, this does not go here. This goes... not here. I don't know where it does go, but it's certainly not this location. I feel like it should go somewhere over here though, because it's pretty light colored. There we go. And Ursa says, do you want me to send him your Discord friend tag? Yes, please! Wait, are we not friends on Discord? I thought you meant like your Discord channel. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'll hit you up for your server. You mean like your actual Discord? Yeah, what the heck? How come we don't have each other's Discord? If you would just record me his friend tag, I would appreciate that. Thank you. He's like, yeah, okay. I'll enter a server. The thing about servers is I'll enter them, but I'm pretty, as I said, I can be kind of shy. So sometimes friends will be like, want me to join him? And I'm like, I will, but I want to contribute more, but I don't know how much I'll be able to. But I can definitely DM. DMing is way easier to me than joining a Discord. Okay, there is a lot of white here for Scorbunny, and yet I don't know how any of it's supposed to piece together. Okay, well, it goes here. I'll just leave it there. And I know this goes to Fennekin, because it's got that little tip of the tail. There we go. I don't know if I have a favorite of the fire types. I didn't really thought much about it, but now I am thinking about it. If I were gonna vote, who would I vote for? Not that I would skew any results, but who would I vote for? For Scorpion says, want to join my server? Sure, I'd love to say hi and then go silent for months. Yeah, I'm in Tier's Discord and I feel like, I don't know if I've ever messaged anything in there. Like, I feel kind of bad about it, but they're like, no, it's cool, dude. Like, you just do you. And I'm like, oh, I'm glad. I mean, I've never had friends who've been upset with how introverted I am, which is nice. I have met very good people. But yeah, I've joined a lot of Discords that I'm just like, wow, I see you guys doing things. That's really cool that you do things. I'm not gonna interact, but I really appreciate that you're doing things. But speaking of servers, you joined the event that's going on. For those who don't know, there's like a Tier's holding a Secret Santa art event, and I'm very excited about it. Or I guess you haven't joined the event, but you're checking out the event. I'm glad you're checking out the event. War Scorpion says, friends that respect your need for space are important. I'm someone that needs a lot of it myself. Yeah, I'm always the kind of guy that needs like a lot more space than I think people expect. So some people are like, oh, you're probably like really cuddly or like really friendly and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, I wish. That stuff's really cool to me. Like, I think people who can be super cuddly and friendly, lots of respect for them. But I'm just not that guy. I'm a very, very isolated person. I think I probably could come across in the fact that I do only stream like once a month for the most part. That's probably pretty revealing as to like, yeah, I really like hanging out with people. I just wish I had more social battery to do so. But alas, I am instead a very, very antisocial person. It's funny because all those quizzes and stuff like that that are all like, oh yeah, like, are you an extrovert or an introvert? They always ask these questions that are like, do you like people? And I'm like, oh, I love people. I think they're great. And they're like, oh yeah, then you must be an extrovert. And I always get like extrovert as my answer in the end. And I'm like, I mean, no. Like, I feel like I love people a lot and I love spending time with them. And that's why I really, really wish I had more energy, is because I would spend so much of it on spending more time with people because I think people are so cool. But it doesn't mean I get, like, replenish energy, I guess. Like, replenish my social battery by hanging out with people. I definitely don't replenish my social battery by spending time with people. I would replenish my social battery by isolating. And I think that makes me an introvert. But I still love people. I think there's just like a confusion on the internet sometimes of like, oh, if you love people though, like, doesn't that make you an extrovert? And I'm like, no. You can love sugar, it doesn't mean it's good for your health all the time. Like, that's kind of how I feel about socializing, is like, I think socializing is good for your health and you should upkeep it. But for me, a lot of the times I need to take like a long time away from people to rest up and heal up and stuff. Even though I really, really like spending time with people. Let me see. Forest Scorpion says, hermit vibes are sometimes for real. Engaging with people takes a lot of energy. Yeah, it does. But it's really rewarding, but it does take a lot of energy. Kind of like a really hard dungeon in a game. Like, it's really fun and it's really rewarding, but it takes a lot of stamina. And Dear says, you like people? Name 3 of their albums. Fuck! Damn it! You got me! Oh, shit! Ursa says, and I love your introvertness, boy. Thank you. Forest Scorpion says, hi, Tieruf. Hello, Tieruf. Coming here just to call me out. Hello. If you love people so much, why don't you marry them? I did. I platonically married one. That's how much I love people. I didn't even marry them because I have romantic feelings. I married them because, well, I married them for tax benefits. I guess that doesn't really show a love of people. Mutually married for tax benefits. It's an understanding. I'm not heartless. Tara says, no, you're a fake fan. Shake my head. Damn, got me there. Yeah, if you love people so much, why don't you marry them? Unless you're just calling me out and you're not a fan yourself. But 3 albums. If I were to list 3 albums off the top of my head, I would think of Mamariko's Minuscule. It's an EP, not an album, but it's really good. And Raleigh Ritchie's You're a Man, Not Boy. And Raleigh Ritchie's Andy. There, 3. Easy. But I guess it's only 2 people. Let me think of the 3rd album. The 3rd album. The new Spider-Verse soundtrack. That's an album, right? By Daniel Pemberton. Dear said, I am not a fan. Wow! You just come in and judge people's fanness and you're not even a fan yourself. What are you fighting for? How are you, Tieruf? I hope today has been nice to you. For Scorpions redeemed hydrate. Thank you! My voice is like leaving me every second I speak. I appreciate the hydrate. And a stretch, I will do that too. Kira says, I just like to talk smack. Leave it to a little dog to pick a fight that it can't win. Am I right or am I right? I'll go to toe-to-toe with you. Tira v me, let's go. Forest Scorpion says, what are you fighting for? Got me so off guard. Next time some random gets snippy with me, I'm gonna say that. I guess that is an unusual response to someone trying to pick a fight with you. What are you fighting for? You know what? I'll hold on to that. Tyr picking a fight with me? I see you got a knife? I got knuckles. I got the Master Emerald. Oh, I can fight faster than you can say knuckles. Intruder6969 says, hi, who and what are we fighting, bro? I'm fighting Tyra. Going down. Friend showdown. We're also racing these Pokemon. So far it actually looks like Chimchar, Torchic, and Fennekin and Scorbunny are the only ones who have entered this race. The others have just kind of like passed out in a corner. But how are you, Intruder? How's it going? Sorry for my camera shake. Tyra says, you have an army. Yeah, look at this. Look at my Knuckles army and my little chat army. It's so nice. I have so much fire and so much friendship at my disposal. How could you fight this? And Voice Scorpion says, oh damn, VTuber fight, let's go. J-Road says, wait, are you actually married? I am. I'm platonically married to Brevs. We're both aromantic, so we weren't gonna marry anyone anyways. I mean, I guess there's probably aromantic people who do marry people in romantic ways. I did once meet an aromantic individual who was in a relationship with someone who wasn't aromantic, and they liked them romantically, even though they couldn't like them back. And they just kind of were okay with it. They were very comfortable with it, and they did get married, so it's like, okay, cool, there's like a different situation for everyone. But in my situation, I'm marrying someone, or I am married legally, currently, for like over a year now, to someone who is aromantic, and we're just best friends. Like, we definitely aren't, like, romantically involved. J-Rod says, alright, fair. Yeah. We're just like, well, wanna have an eternal sleepover? That's kind of how it went down. And now we get insurance and tax benefits! Yay! The main reason anyone should marry. Although, I've told people that I just married my friend, and they're like, oh my gosh! Like, because I live in kind of a conservative area, it's like, what? That ruins the sanctity of marriage! You should only marry your one true love! I'm like, well, I don't even believe in a singular true love. And it's like, how could you say that? I'm like, I don't know, man. It's just how I live, it's how I am. I'm not trying to be controversial, I'm just being me. Oh, hello, Farrell! I've been looking for a bit, but wanted to at least say hi. Thank you, and hello! Thanks for lurking. I appreciate it. It's sweet of you to even stop by, and it's sweeter to say hello. Thanks. Nice to see you, Farrell. I hope the day's been nice to you. And redeeming hydrate. Thank you. I will definitely hydrate. Intruder6969 says, OMG, you have so many Knuckles figures, lol. I do. 2 of them aren't mine, but the rest are. And I'm doing good. Tiring work week. Also, congrats on the legal marriage. Get them tax pennies. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I got married in like January of last year, I think. And since we just married like platonically, we're not really like big on like any sort of couple things. We just kind of interact like family that lives in a household and are now like legally family, I guess. So when our anniversary came around, her mom was like, happy anniversary! We're like, oh shit, I guess it is. We didn't even notice. We just kind of did every day as usual. I love it. It was very nice. We celebrate like Valentine's Day as Platonic Friend Day, and we celebrate the 4th of July as Video Game Day. Excited that's coming up. We just celebrate like a lot of random holidays as not what they are, and I think that's fun. Though, that being said, I am sorry it's been such a tiring work week. Is there an end in sight? Like, do you actually get, like, the weekend off, hopefully? And Dear says, someone fought me for not believing in soulmates, but believing in luck. What? Those are completely different concepts. Like, what, you can believe in chance in some regards and not in others? Like, that's, or like, I guess chance, but also predetermined fate. Those are 2 completely different things. Like, soulmates is, like, a set of rules, and then like, luck is, like, chance. Like, it's a very, like, wild and unpredictable thing. I feel like those are like polar opposites. Why would they be challenged for believing in one, not the other? That's so silly. And Beryl says, it's been a good art day. Going back to lurk. Oh my gosh, I love this puzzle, by the way. It's so cute, isn't it? All these guys are just so happy. I'm like, I want to root for all of them. And also, thanks for lurking and thanks for stepping out, Alert, just to let me know that you're having a good day and that you're doing some good art. That's wonderful news. Thanks for sharing it with me. Good luck on art. I hope that you have a good time and have a good rest of your day. Dear sends hearts. Versus happy friendiversary? Yeah, honestly, that's how Brebs and I celebrate it. Her mom just gave us money and was like, happy anniversary. And we're like, ooh, let's go to the arcade. Which we didn't do that day, but we later did go to an arcade. And Farrell says, that sounds amazing. True way to live, to be honest. Yeah, it was really nice. I recommend any person, whether you're aromantic or not, just consider platonically marrying. It's a great time. Especially since, like, married people do get, like, a lot of conveniences, at least in the United States. So it's like, well, if you're not really, like, hell-bent on a romantic marriage, then, like, why not marry a friend? It's fun. I recommend it. Mira says, you should celebrate February 15th as getting chalky candy, like, half off. I wish I liked sweets. I would get a lot more candy. But Brev's mom always gives us candy, and then we have it for the rest of the year, and we're like, how do we eat the rest of this? But I do like chalky candy. Chalky candy's solid. I do always eat sweet tarts, like, in one sitting. Or, like, sweet hearts. Those, like, little candy hearts. I ate all of those. Intruder6969 says, I get the weekend off, but most of my company's on vacation for the next 2 weeks, so I have a bigger workload. Oh gosh, I hate when that happens. Brevs always has to go through that shit where someone leaves and then it's like the workload gets like really big for her. I am so sorry. Best of luck to you. Empowering through. I hope that these 2 weeks go by in a blur and at your weekend you can rest as much as you need. Dear sends lots of hearts, lots of dancing. And Judah6969 says, also hell yeah, I would probably only get married for tax reasons. Otherwise I don't see any reasons to have other people in business. Yeah, I think that's fair. I feel like marriage as a definition has changed in generation to generation. Previous generations see it as some sort of like romantic binding, and I think current generations still uphold that tradition in some ways. But there's a lot of us who aren't, and just see marriage as a completely different concept. Like if I'm going to live with my roommate for 15 years or whatever, I think we would end up in a common law marriage anyways. Might as well get married of our own volition and get the benefits sooner than like waiting for the law to decide, hey, you're two people who aren't blood related, so you're married now. I don't know if that's how common law marriage works, but that's what I've heard. Dear says, mail it to me. Oh, the half-off candy. Yeah, that's what we'll do. You know what? You wait for it. Next Valentine's Day, we will just mail you candy after as our celebration. Marissa says, ha, joke's on you. I probably won't get married. Ha, ha. No! If you're looking to get married, like, romantically or otherwise, you can do it. If it's something that you would want to, that's not a joke. Take those feelings seriously and achieve that goal. I believe in you. You're a headstrong bear, and there's a lot to love about you. I think you can achieve a goal. If marriage is a goal for you, I know you can achieve it. Judah6969 says, dude, I'll take your candy. Heck yeah, I mean, that would be like a nice way to celebrate Platonic Friend Day next year. I'll just send friends candy. Send it to Intruder6969. I'll send it to Tira. Tira says, I love a sweetheart. I think you should just marry someone you're living with. Like, thanks, babe. Yeah, I like living with Brevs, so it's like, why not? Let's get married. Okay, and we did. Also, why does this square keep focusing on the fire flower? Is this like an Easter egg I'm missing? Like, stop. What's it again? Go away! Ursa says, I just want cuddles, to be honest. That's an admirable goal. I think you're a very cuddleable person. You will achieve them. And J. Ross says, I was married, but now single. Well, heck yeah, sometimes unmarriage is the goal. And it's better for it. Congrats on the now single. And if you want marriage again someday, then good luck toward that goal. Ursa says, at this point, I don't know if love is my thing. Well, I think you're a very loving person. If romantic love is a current disinterest, then I hope you can find interest in other things for the time being and have fun and fulfillment in those. J-Rod says, yeah, I miss cuddles. I've heard cuddles are a wonderful thing. I've cuddled a lot of people in my lifetime and varying levels of appreciation for the art form. But I feel like when cuddles are good, they certainly are good. Or says, totes agree. And Dira says, it's a ghost. Yeah, why does this ghost keep coming in here? Ah, stop doing that. I'm gonna check my camera settings and see if manual focus got turned off. There. Hopefully now it stops. Dira says, Ray, cuddles are mid. Yeah, it depends. If I'm cuddling, it depends on who I'm cuddling, I guess. It also depends on how I'm cuddling. I think being big spoon's kind of a chore. Being little spoon's so much easier for me. I'm pretty small, so whenever I am Big Spoon, usually I have to like really, oh gosh, where's my, oh, my camera cut out. I'm back. Wait, I'm not back? What happened? We're back. Okay, cool. I was doing puzzles over here and I wasn't capturing them. All you guys missed is Chimchar got his belly. I took a picky. I feel like, being Big Spoon's hard because my arm has to wrap around the person like a lot and it gets really tired. Dear says, I just being someone, but finding someone to date is hard. Honestly, that sounds really difficult. I've had friends talk to me about the dating life, and it is a time. I wish you luck, just even mentally persevering, because it sounds very taxing. Nurse says, Rainy, be my spoon, no matter if it big or small. Aww. I would also like to just like Totoro, like lay on top of you. I feel like that'd be nice. A good big bear hug. But yeah, I feel like I'm very particular about my cuddles. It's like a weather pattern that's rare. I'm like the Aurora Borealis of cuddles. It has to be a very specific time, place, person, position for me to be like, this was rewarding. That being said, I have had rewarding cuddles before, and I think they're worth pursuing. Unless it's too much of a hassle for you. And then, you know what? You do you, man. I feel like they're too much of a hassle for me sometimes, so I don't really try to pursue them as much anymore. Does this go here? Yes, it does. Okay, cool. This somehow doesn't go there, which I think is rude. And a lie. I think we're almost finally done with this part of the puzzle. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing it. Because this part of the puzzle has been going on forever. This goes here. Okay, then it tells me that this goes down here. What? It's censored gay ass? Fuck that shit. I want all the gay ass in my chat. That's stupid as hell. Also, we got a black bar now on the screen over here. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what happened here. Rose Korean says, my gay ass daydreaming about snuggles under Aurora Borealis. Huh? What? During Pride Month? Yeah, during Pride Month it's censored gay ass? I'm gay ass. What the fuck? This is bullshit. Also, I'm gonna turn the flower and hopefully I'll stop randomly getting a box in the corner. Tara says that is gay ass. That's homophobic. Yeah. That is gay ass dreaming about snuggles under the Aurora Borealis. I appreciate that. Honestly, that sounds like such a nice sequence. I may be aromantic, but I actually really like writing romance content, and I think it's nice to hear about other people's romantic endeavors and stuff too. And I feel like I provide a rather cool perspective on romance because I don't feel romantic attraction. I can have kind of like a really awesome outsider's view on romance. Some people are like, oh, well, you wouldn't know what romance is like because you don't experience it. I would say that's stupid. I think that's rude. My brother has been like that before and been like, so you just like can't, like, why would you write romance? You don't even know what it's like. And I'm like, I know what interacting with people's like. Anyways, that's a whole other fucking can of aerophobic worms. Anyways, I like writing romance stories, and I think romance is really cool. The idea of, like, writing a story of characters, where does this go? I think writing a story of characters under the Aurora Borealis snuggling, that's nice. Harrison says, wait, being gay ass is homophobic? Yeah! Well, no, the homophobia is censoring the gay ass. I think, like, yeah, what the heck, Twitch? How is being gay ass, like, homophobic? But yeah, it was censoring me because it was like, that's homophobic. I'm like, that's very stupid. They're like, they mentioned sexuality. And I'm like, so? And? It's not a crime. Like, let them be gay ass. Well, that word is starting to sound very weird on my mouth. What do you mean you don't go here? I know you go here. I put you here. So you go here. That's your job. Do you go here? No. You go to disappointment. Okay. Dear says, yeah, Twitch censor is homophobic. It honestly is. Every time sexuality gets mentioned on stream, it's like, are they being rude to you? And I'm like, no, I am gay. What the fuck? They're gay. What the fuck? This isn't rude. There's this Twitch, let me be gay in peace. Hey. Also, how come it tends to every time I have to keep like allowing it to be posted? And I'm like, look, I let gay ass slide the past 3 times. Let me keep it sliding. Or Scorpion says my gay ass will not be censored. No! Gay ass will not be censored. I will deliberately approve it every time that Twitch is like, they said gay ass again. And I'm like, and? So what? Mind your business. Okay, so this goes up here. I think. No, this goes here, and this goes all the way over here, correct? I think. The workman says twice. Yeah, that's just rude. We're switching platforms right now. We can't do Twitch anymore. It's just too homophobic. I'm Pride Month. Fucking my heart. Can't take this shit. I think this goes here. I'm gonna be kind of screwed when this giant pile on the bottom left fucks me over from getting this puzzle corners done. Oh, so I like that little, like, llama alpaca emote you got. It's a solid emote. I think this goes here. And this goes on the bottom left. Oop. Goodness gracious. This corner took longer than this corner has ever taken me in my whole life. This is a scam. Poor Scorpion says, it's a hyena. Oh, it's so cute. I love hyenas. I love the angle it's at in that icon. Okay, so this has to go on this side because it's kind of thin. It's also like a really weird orangey color that just isn't in a lot of this puzzle. Okay. Does this go over here? Yes, cool. Okay, so we have that whole side done. Alright, this bottom corner isn't gonna mess me up. That's kind of nice of it. These cat ears go up here. Man, I'm just so glad that there is a starter that's like a cat in the fire starters. I love cats. This might actually just go in already. Let me see. It does! Well, cool. Then I can put this monkey here. Alright, we're going places. We're doing things. We're making it. Like this monkey's foot goes up here. It does. Cool. Cool. Four Scorpion's like, I see the llama now, though. That's really funny. And Tara says, big time. Yeah, we're going here. But yeah, it does look a little bit like an alpaca. But I like that. So when the heck does... Oh, this must be the other side of the bottom. Oh, shoot. Okay, it is in my way now. Whoops. I guess I have to do... I know this now goes down here. But I can't put it there right now. I guess I can put it over here. We are trying to excommunicate this pile. And put this where it goes. As I'm having trouble figuring out where that is. I feel like it's gotta be Scorbunny, but it's really trying to tell me it's not. I want to know where this goes. But I'll keep working on the top. This music kicked in just in time for us to finally about to be starting the racing portion of this race. Where characters will compete to see who can be 6th. We sure are getting there at some point. The glowing review of the century. We'll be there someday. Alrighty. Stick this ear here. Stick this ear here. Okay, okay, we're getting there. Okay, now is it just a matter of... Oh shoot, that one does not go there. Let's go here. Nope. Well then that goes somewhere that I do not know yet, because it does not fit in the puzzle yet. Gosh darn it. Did I mess up the order of things? So I feel like this doesn't go here. It probably should go along the side. Let's see. Oh yeah, I totally am missing something there. Whoops. Okay, let me try and pull all these pieces down here. Maybe I won't miss one like the Rowlet one last time. That was bogus. Here's Scorbunny's eye. I do like Scorbunny, I'll be honest, I don't really like its final evolution that much. I like Raboot, but the final evolution of Scorbunny to me looks like it has a squid on its head, and I can't, like, not see it, so I just don't choose it. I usually choose Grookey instead. Because I like Rillaboom, I like that it turns into a gorilla, and I like that it turns into a drummer. I think that's very cool. More drummer Pokemon for me, please. I would appreciate it. Okay, so where did I connect this incorrectly? I can't really tell right off the bat. Is it somewhere in here? It's gotta be near the top. Okay, the very top. Cool, cool, cool. Gosh, this music sounds like we're doing like a very serious endeavor right now. We're just connecting these pieces. It sounds so villainous. Alright, I think we're all good. Yay! Intruder says monkey approved. Yes, the monkey gets my approval. Also, last time I have a Grookey pin. I didn't put it in the shot with all the other fire-themed things. You know, like Knuckles. The most fiery-themed things. But last time I'm doing puzzles, I was supposed to grab everything in my house that was potentially a grass starter themed. Like, I have a grass starter pin, I just didn't put it here. There's some taking advantage of my fire Farans for free art. Nice! Do you mean puzzle racing? Or do you mean... Oh yeah, I never finished explaining to people earlier. So Tiara's doing this event, and it's like an art trade. Because earlier I mentioned it. It's like a Secret Santa in July, and it's like a fruit-themed Secret Santa, so it's nice and tropical and very summery. And Tiara says, I do. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're betting on... Is it Cyndaquil this time? I think so. So yeah, you're betting in... Hello, Ergo! Welcome in! Thanks for stopping by. You also have a leg in this race. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for the dance and Tiara. Tiara says, yeah. Hi, Ergo. Fourth Corbin says, ooh, we love Cyndaquil. We do love... I still don't know what my favorite here is, but I would say Cyndaquil is pretty darn cool. I do like Typhlosion. I think it's a pretty epic ending to the Cyndaquil saga. Quilava's okay. But thanks for all the dancing to this epic violin music. Yeah, I feel like this monkey, I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't know why, I just don't really like Chimchar. I think I always just called it like the poop head monkey because it looks like it's, I mean, well, I don't think that needs to be explained actually. Also, my poor Fennekin is so shiny in this lighting. I'm wondering if I change it, it changes. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Nope. There is just no seeing Fennekin. I am so sorry. It is just too bright for this world. I like Fennekin a lot, especially since I like Pokemon X and Y, like the series. I like Litten, because it's super cute. I don't know. I've never been like a super big bird guy, so I feel like Torchic's not really my guy. Tiara said, we out here dancing and flexing. And Force Corbin says, not the poop head monkey, no! I mean, it really does look like the poop head monkey. And then they like redid it with Grookey. That tells me that they knew they messed up. Because Grookey was like a perfect monkey with a cute little ribbon on its head. But nope, this is a sure something. I don't know. I like its eye makeup. It's cute. Oh, thank you for the stretch, Ergo. I will stretch. In fact, I might even take a restroom break here soon. We've been going for about 2 hours. I have been trying to hydrate, and people have been keeping me dehydrating. Thank you. Stretch my back. Dancing and flexing, dancing and flexing. Thanks to this really cool Pokemon music. Also, I didn't realize that this is supposed to be an Echidna, so I think, actually, I did realize, and that's why I put Knuckles here today. I actually thought this through really hard. Take back what I said. Because Cyndaquil is an Echidna, that's why I have all the Knuckles here today. I just thought about it that thoroughly. But for real, I actually found out that, what is it? That Cyndaquil is based off of an Echidna recently. I think that's super cool. I had no clue. Why do I feel like you go here, and yet you persist to tell me that you don't? This might be Charmander, actually. Tira says, I thought Cyndaquil was a porcupine. Yeah, me too. I thought it was something like a... Well, I guess I thought it was like an anteater or a porcupine or something like that. But looking it up, it's like, it's based off of like a plethora of things. I guess like several Pokemon are, where it's got like more elements of one thing, but one of its primary components apparently is an Echidna. And I'm like, that's news to me. And Forrest Corbin says, cousins. Points. Tira says, I have learned. Yeah, you were voting unintentionally for the one... I guess there's multiple Sonic characters here, actually. We got Tails. We got Jet. We got Cream. Are there any monkeys in Sonic? There's Ai from Super Monkey Ball. Trying to think. And then we got a lizard. I guess we got Vector. Oh, I can probably actually put this in here. Forrest Corbin says, they be blending critters. Yeah, making monsters. Pocket monsters, some might say. I do like when they're like less blatantly creatures, but every now and then I am kind of like impressed by what creatures they choose. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Like, okay, I see where you're going. I'll let you have that one. Yes! We figured out where it went! Finally! Tira says, Espio's a chameleon. Yeah, that's true. Charmander could be Espio. Oh wait, or like I guess you go to the water ones, there like is a chameleon water starter. So I can't think of anything, but I'm sure they exist. Yeah, I feel like there's gotta be like a monkey Sonic character, but... What the heck? There's a little gnat just now. But yeah, I feel like there's gotta be one, because they have like every animal at some point. I think they're definitely in the comics at the very least. Okay, now I think everyone, except for Cyndaquil, and Tepig, have like a little piece connected. I don't know what it is about the setup today, but it was so hard to get lights in a way that were flattering. I feel kind of bad that like, I have to like shade Fennekin to show you Fennekin. But like, I have 3 different light sources right now, I guess 4. Just so that like things can be visible. For some reason, I don't know if it's like red or something was like hard to capture. But capturing today's setup was really, really difficult. Alright. Charizard has said, I am entering this race too. I mean, Charmander, I know my Pokemon. Rose Roman says, Fennekin blinded by the light. Yeah, it's just too precious. I feel like Fennekin might be my favorite. It's probably between Fennekin and Litten. Oh no, shoot, fuck, Tepig exists. I actually really like Tepig. I think it's super cute. The Score Bunny's close to being completed. Okay. I might have to change my answer. I think Tepig might be my favorite fire starter. I really do like Litten and I really do like Fennekin because they are like... And Fennekin turns into one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, breaks in. Still, I feel like Tepig is so cute. I'm not even a big pig guy. I just think pigs are okay. Pretty indifferent to them. They're just an animal that exists, and I think they're fine. But Tepig is so adorable. There's a little bit of Charmander. Oh yes, this is the fun part. This is the fun part for me, is I get to actually start piecing characters together. I love that part. War Scorpion says... Oh, Tariff says Charmander is my mommy's favorite. Aww! Well, heck, it's the only plushie we got of today, is Charmander, representing the whole Fire Nation. And props to your mom. Shout out to your mom. War Scorpion says, I love hanging out with the Charmanders in the Nintendo 64 Pokemon Snap. Ooh, I have yet to play that one. I have it, but I'd like to actually play it sometime. Tira says, I'm not even a big pig guy. I want to play the new Snap so bad. It's fun! I recommend it. It's a good little romp. Eventually, Brevs and I burned ourselves out on it, but it was a good time. War Scorpion says, I am a big pig guy. I mean, pigs are really cute. I feel like if I had a tier list of animals, they would go pretty up there, but I don't feel like they're like a favorite of mine for some reason. Dira says, I don't even know if it's good. I'd say so. I mean, it's not like the most polished mechanics ever. It's not like the most intense game. I feel like you can get like the mileage you want out of it. Alright, I tried to hold it. I actually do have to use the restroom, so I will be right back. I come back and Tirif has shamed me for using the restroom and being hydrated. Can we get Tirif canceled, actually? How dare you? Shaming the weak and telling me I shouldn't be hydrated. I think I'm being bullied over here. War Scorpion says, welcome back! Thank you! I, left and I had 700 thoughts, and only one of them remains. War Scorpion says, round 2 of VTuber fight! Ding ding ding! Yeah, let's go! I mean, I'm down for the reoccurring bit of joke fighting tier of... Intruder C9C9 says, hydrate, thank you! Kira says, oh, we fighting? Yeah, you called me out for being weak. We're fighting. I got my fisticuffs ready. Actually, now I have more thoughts. Because I thought of like, oh yeah, like what power would you want in Sonic? But I'm like, there's not really like that many powers. More so, I guess, like, would you rather be super smart like Tails, super strong like Knuckles, or super fast like Sonic? I guess. Do you guys have a preference? I feel like I kind of want to be like super strong like Knuckles just because... then I would feel kind of unstoppable. I think that'd be pretty awesome. I think this is the ball of the tail. Tara says, you let your bladder tell you what to do. I did. I listened to my body. That's how I harnessed the most of it. That's how we became pals. That's a lie. That's all a lie. My body and I are enemies. We are at odds. We fight. My body says I shouldn't do puzzles very long, and you know what I say to that? I say, fuck that, I love puzzles. I'm gonna do this as long as I want. You can't tell me what to do. But I will use the restroom. I do listen to my bladder. Intruder6969 says, the new 4-player Sonic game looks so fun. Yeah, right? I was mentioning earlier, I was like kind of worried about how you're gonna manage to stay on screen with all your other friends, but frankly, if that's not like a hassle like it is in Sonic 2, where you play as like Tails with your friends, and you can actually manage to stay on screen with your friends, this game is gonna kick ass. Like, it's gonna be very fun. If you can't stay on screen with your friends, I still think it could be fun. I was the guy who actually liked playing Tails and getting left behind all the time. I thought it was like a fun little extra challenge while my friend did all the work. So, I'm okay with that, but I would hope that if there's 4 players on a screen, they have found a way to keep them all on the same camera at the same time. Edgar says, the body is a group effort. It is, and a group fight. Half of them are slacking off and doing stupid shit, and then the other of them are actually trying to live. Dira says, Knuckles can punch through a whole ass building and fly. Yeah, I would definitely take, if we're like talking not just like strength, speed, smarts, because out of those 3, I probably would take strength. Because what's the point of speed if I'm gonna get tired? I want strength, I want to be unbreakable. And then smarts, I'm like, that's cool, I'll leave that to someone else. I've always been that way, though. But if you're talking, like, all their powers, like, in general, like, oh, yeah. definitely Knuckles. He has, like, the coolest powers. Like, you can glide and climb, and you can punch through walls, and you can dig. Knuckles is just, like, built for everything. Ooh, I dropped a puzzle piece. Oh, it had a piece of Tepig in it, I think? That would have sucked. But now it's going on the board. So, I mean, I posed the question of, like, would you do speed, strength, or smarts? But the only correct answer is strength. I'm sorry. Unless you're one of the people who chooses smarts, and then I can rely on you to help me, because I don't have those. In which case, thank you for being smart and choosing smarts. Dear says, and you're just cool as fuck. What? I don't know where that came from, but thank you. You're cool as fuck. Thanks. It's an effort. I'm cool by proxy of spending enough time with cool people. You, what is it, lead by example or something like that? You left an example of how to be cool. I wonder what Brez would choose. I wonder if she'd choose to be strong or if she'd choose to be smart. I feel like it wouldn't be the smarts one. I think both of us kind of are just used to being dumb and we're content with it. I think at some point, if you're dumb long enough and you have to consistently rely on other people to be smart for you, it's like, well, luckily the world is full of incredibly intelligent people who are very kind. I'm not trying to take advantage of this, but, I mean, if they're offering, I will appreciate their intelligence. It's coming from the guy whose dream is to be as cool and supportive as Tails some days. Maybe I should be, like... Because, like, I would love to be as cool and supportive as Tails someday. Maybe I should be the guy who decides to be smart for everyone else. That sounds like a lot of work, though. I think officially, everyone has some pieces on the board now. The Fennekin's pretty close to being done. I say as I put down another Fennekin piece. Forrest Gorman says, I want to be big. Oh, like Big the Cat? I feel like that would be a really relaxing life. Except he's always chasing Froggy, but I guess he takes it in stride, so I feel like being someone who just takes things in stride, that is also a very admirable goal. And Four Scorpion, or not Four Scorpions, Tyr says, well, Tails is also, like, crafty. Yeah, I'd say he's pretty clever, and he is pretty, like, crafty. Like, he's, like, has a good, I guess, like, you can be smart, but also, like, knowing how to build things in, like, in stylistic ways, I guess, too. Like, he can be kind of creative and stuff. And Tyr says, if we are considering all the traits of the characters, Big is valid, and yes. And Forrest Gorman says, I love Big the Cat. Good for Big the Cat. I'm sure Big the Cat would appreciate being appreciated. I feel like he's an underappreciated character. Tyr says, aren't all of them chasing something, though? Yeah, I guess so, except Knuckles, who's trying not to. I think that's why I relate to Knuckles the most. Like, I really relate to a guy who's out here just trying to do the same shit every day with all of his might, but it just keeps getting thwarted. That's really, really relatable. Just like, you know, maybe it'd be nice to just sit and protect the Master Emerald until Sonic fucks shit up. Forrest Gorman says, aren't we all? Nah, I'm just laying. I don't want to chase anything. What's the point in speed? I don't want to run. I'd rather just sit and protect the Chaos Emerald. This goes here. The unambitious life. But with like a cool duty, so it looks like you're doing something. There says he's trying, but he keeps having to chase the emeralds and gems. Yeah, I guess he's chasing something unwillingly. The most relatable Sonic the Hedgehog character to me. The man who has to chase shit, but he really doesn't want to. And Forrest Gorman says, no, you're right. I also dislike running. Yeah, it's just like, you know, walking's fine. I like running upstairs. That's about it. I think stairs are fun. You go here. Don't tell me you don't. Okay. He says he has to protect this place. He does it for his race. Yeah. He has a duty, so it's like cool to just sit around and do nothing. I wish I could have a duty to be cool and sit around and do nothing. I guess that's what, well, I would say that's what streaming is, but streaming's actually a lot of effort. But very, like, as we said earlier, rewarding effort. Just like talking to people. It's like, you know, I just love people so much. I want to find more ways to keep in touch with people. I want to find more ways to interact with people. Like streaming. It's very cool. Even if, at the end of the day, I'm very introverted and need to rest by myself. It is nice to have many different means to communicate with others. It's a cool time. Fourth Coin says, aren't we all chasing something? No, I am sacred and stationary. Oh my gosh, please, someone draw Knuckles with that. If not, I will at some point. Aren't we all chasing something? No, I'm sacred and stationary. That's what I want to be. Treasured and doing nothing. And Intruder6969 says, that rhymes. Yeah, he has to protect this place. He does it for his race. It's a lot of, like, I feel like Knuckles would agree that it is a lot of effort still to protect things. Especially when you're friends with Sonic. And it becomes increasingly challenging to do so. But I still feel like the goal of just nobly protecting one location versus going everywhere is cool. Although I do want to travel too, I guess. Traveling is fun. I guess I've got mixed thoughts. Yeah, I knew this one here. I don't know where all these songs come from, but they're nice. Tira says, I definitely didn't steal it from a song. Is that the Knuckles rap in Sonic Adventure 2? Because I felt like it sounded familiar. And if it's the Knuckles theme, then I fucking love that song. Obviously not enough to memorize the words to it, but I do have it on my Spotify. Tira sends a smiley face. Was I right? That song is wonderful. How does this not go here? How far away is this character's body from its head? There's this little patch of just frayed. There we go. Intruder says he doesn't chuckle. Yes. That is the Knuckles song. Oh my, I love the Knuckles song. The lyrics to it are just wonderful. If you've never heard of Knuckles' theme, please just Google it for yourself. Like, it's a good time. Okay, so this does go here. We just don't have the middle piece. Tira says, I love all Knuckles songs. And Tira6969 says, Pumpkin Hill theme is an all-time great. Let's go switch over to Pumpkin Hill theme for a bit. Before we switch into second Dark Matter from Super Mystery Dungeon, apparently. Pumpkin Hill theme. Okay. I hope this doesn't have to get taken out in the future, but it's worth it if it does. Let me know if it's not loud enough for you guys to enjoy. Oh my god. It's spooky up in here. It's crazy up in here. We're gonna keep going because I'm Knuckles. Lyrical genius. Well, thank you all for joining me for some Pumpkin Hill. That was great. I hope you could all hear that wonderfully. Tira says, you don't have to be jealous. Oh, but I am. I'm jealous and proud of how wonderful that song was. I could never. Which, speaking of, Tira says, it does slap. It lives in my head rent-free forever. I hear it every time I close my eyes. And Intruder6969 says, same. And Tira says, woo! Pumpkin Hill! You don't have to be jealous. And me either. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if anyone can ever recreate that other than the person who made it. That was just a one-of-a-kind art piece that we are all just privileged to have been privy to. And now everyone here is now privy of it. If that means to be aware of it. I don't remember exactly how to use that one. There's a gnat. I don't know if you guys caught it on camera, but I can see it. Man, summer is a time. Not my favorite season. I like the vibes, though. I feel like summer vibes are just unparalleled. I feel like there's, like, winter vibes, there's autumn vibes. I feel like summer vibes just, I don't know. They hit in, like, a very unique way. It still makes me think of, like, childhood whenever it was, like, such a grand time to be like, oh, summer's here. But I still respect the shit out of summer. Even if it is the worst time of the year. Indisputably, the shittiest season. Tara says, I thought that was in my room. Oh, this music? Or the gnat? What? Who the fuck has like a green hand? Oh my gosh. An orange hand with like a yellow stripe on it. That's like not a thing. No one has that. No one has striped hands like this. If it's not you, then who? Oh, okay. It's the underside of the foot. That makes more sense. Let's go here. Does this go here? Okay, there. Tira says the gnat. Okay, that's fair, because they're like gnats. They always swarm your screens. Like, one night, man, I got rid of, like, a lot of gnats that were in my house recently, because they were really causing, an issue. Brevs and I were very pissed with them. So, like, one of the tricks to get rid of gnats is to, like, put boiling water down your sinks and stuff like that, because sometimes they lay eggs there, and that can, like, deter more from coming. Also, they're just, like, killing the ones that are in your house, of course. But, like, we were playing games on the TV, and they all kept, like, being on the TV, so it was, like, kind of like a gnat catcher, because then we just go up to the TV and kill it. You! What are you doing? Get out of here! You were not invited to stream today! I'm about to smack you. There's too many screens and too much light here. It feels welcomed. It's doing that thing where it goes on my chest, too, so I just, like, thumped my chest. And damn it! This is now a gnat catching screen. Tira says, gnat, die. For real! Get out of here! You weren't invited! You're trespassing. Oh my gosh. A story of someone who I will not name, because I don't think they watch my videos or anything like that. Or anyone that knows them really watches my videos, if I'm being honest. It's a very different social circle, not in the VTuber community. But they were not doing well, and they were on a bridge, and they were not feeling very well. They weren't, like, on a bridge doing anything super serious, like you might think when someone's on a bridge and not feeling well. But they were just, like, really under the weather, and they visited a bridge, and this one person, they were like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, because they thought they were going to do something really detrimental and serious, and they're like, oh, no, I'm just, like, not well. Like, they were, like, minding their own fucking business. Just sat on a bridge. And then one person, oh my gosh, the gnat's back. I can't think when it's around. I have to kill it. Okay. Anyways, that one person was like, oh, like, are you okay? Which is nice. I think that's very fair to, like, ask someone if they're on a bridge that they're doing alright. But they assumed that the person I knew was, like, up to doing something really terrible. And they called the cops on them. And I'm like, what? Like, I guess it's good to look out for your fellow guy, but they were like, okay, I didn't drop a piece. They were like, Tira says, can't even be angsty on a bridge. Yeah, for real. They're like, I'm gonna call the cops. And the person I know was like, what? No, like, I'm fine. Like, please don't call the cops. Like, well, I already did. And then they had to, like, run from the cops, and then they spent the night in jail. And I'm like, for real? Like, what? Tira says, why? Is that the thing you do? Gotta call the cops on me? Like, I see you're not feeling well. Would you like to go to jail? Like, what? And Tira says, that's fucked up. I know! It happened to someone I know that I care about, and I'm just like, they got taken to jail for the night. They just spent a night in a cold cell. They already weren't feeling well because someone called the cops on them for being on a bridge and being sad. When they clarified they weren't intending to do anything that, like, would really warrant the cops literally at all. Also, like, the last thing I'd want when I'm not feeling well is fucking cops. Like, oh, no, I feel so much more comforted. I feel like if you're like, man, this is a solution, or, like, this is a situation where I could either, you know, walk away, or I could, like, solve myself in some way. Like, if you're gonna get involved in something, but your, like, first solution is like, I'll just make the cops solve my solution for me. Like, I don't know, man. I think you might need, like, a little more, like, independence and, like, a little more... Where are you? A little more questioning in the authority. Where is this gnat? Tira says, if I was considering doing bridge activities, I don't feel like cops would deter me, to be honest. Yeah, honestly, I'd be scared of the cops. Like, I don't trust that situation. I know it's like, I feel like that's not really like a situation where, gosh, go away, you dingus. Do you want to die? Okay, I feel like that's a situation where, like, I don't understand wanting to have more people involved, but that's like when you see the threat is present and that there actually is like an issue going on. I don't feel like that's the response when you haven't even clarified there's an issue yet. Like, really, you're gonna say like your problems, like you're gonna solve your problems with cops that fast without even clarifying that like that would even be a situation where cops are necessary or helpful at all, and then it ended up being really detrimental to the person? Isn't they have to go to fucking jail? That shit's so stupid. I don't know. It's just beyond me, someone whose default is cops. Like, you really just defaulted to cops randomly and really quickly and without asking anyone in the actual situation with no context. That's so stupid to me. So, anyways, I don't like that person. Tira says, well, there's only one way to go. Yeah, it kind of feels that way. I mean, being caught by the cops is like something, that's really scary. Especially when you're the one being taken in a cop car, going to jail and stuff. Like, I don't know, like, that's just, like, people always talk about, like, in school and stuff like that, like, when you're a kid growing up, they're like, oh, yeah, if you get something on your record, then, like, your life's over, which is not the case. You can live more life. It's not the end of the world if you're worried about, like, oh, no, I got something on my record. Like, I think you'll still be okay. You're still a person, and you can still do things. But I feel like that's that pressure when you're, like, growing up, like, a goody two-shoes kid or whatnot, to, like, never be ever caught by the police and never do anything that would possibly, be, like, get the police's attention. And then getting caught by the police, that shit would stress me out so bad. That would definitely ruin my night, and probably a very long time afterward, I would be very emotionally scarred from this event. Luckily, the person I know who went through it is kind of just taking it like a champ. They're pretty leisurely, but I still was like, that's such a stupid response. And she says, yo, I'm sad. Want to be arrested? What? No. Caught by the cops doing nothing. Yeah, like, what are you, a public disturbance because someone assumed you weren't doing well? Like, you weren't doing well, but you weren't gonna make it anyone's problem. Like, you weren't doing anything like that. You're just sad and on a bridge. Like, mind your own business. Anyways. I think that's dumb. I think that person was dumb. Where does this tail go? I'm looking at the tiny picture on the screen that's on the bottom left, but like on my screen, which is over here. And I'm just like trying to figure out where Litton's tail is. And I'm like, does Litton have a tail in this? I don't see it. Does it just go here? Oh, okay, it just goes here. I guess, Litton does have a tail. Here it is. Okay, so right now I'm keeping an eye on Score Bunny because it has a couple pieces. It has this cheek fur and the ears to be done. Chimchar needs the rest of its little poop and its little foot. Torchic only needs its tail and then it'll be done. And then I feel like those are the only ones that are like really, really close to being done. So I'm keeping an eye on those. Tara says, I don't know why the cops even arrested them. Like, what was the cause? Aggravated bridge walking? Yeah, like, the person was really out of sorts, so they were, like, telling me they were, like, a bit of an unreliable narrator in the situation, because they just weren't, they were, like, really, yeah, out of sorts. But they were like, I'm pretty sure I was sitting on the bridge. I don't think I was standing on it. And I'm like, I guess if you were standing on it, it could have been seen as, like, a lot scarier. But also, like, I really just don't feel like I feel like the cop response of, yeah, like, let's take you to the station then? Like, what, I'm gonna feel at home there? Like, that's gonna make me feel so much better? Or are you just, like, holding me hostage until I eventually feel better? Like, are you trying to Stockholm me? Like, this is a really weird response just in general. But, of course, I don't know the whole situation because they were like, yeah, I don't even know. I was in a really bad spot, but I'm pretty sure I was sitting down. And I'm like, I guess if you were standing, it's like, still, it's not a crime to stand on a bridge. Though it is, like, definitely more concerning. Is this your leg? Is this your, it's just your ear? Okay, cool. Horse Rubin says, that's a summary of Billy Goat's Gruff. Aggravated bridge walking. Yeah, I remember Billy Goat's Gruff. It's a good time. Man, we mentioned Little Bunny Foo-Foo and Billy Goat's Gruff. This is some reaching back. Feeling old today. Not in a bad way, though. Sometimes it's kind of nice to feel old. Do you ever get that feeling where you're like, oh, like, man, like, I remember when, like, Gen 4 came out. That makes me feel old. And you're like, that's kind of nice. I don't know. Like, I remember playing Nintendogs on the DS when the DS first came out. And you're like, man, old technology. Like, that used to be, like, part of my childhood sort of thing. And I don't know. It's just kind of cool. I feel like there's, like, always this, like, oh, like, I feel old now. And I'm like, I think that's kind of an exhilarating feeling sometimes. Like, it's kind of fun. You're like, wow. I've lived through times. I've lived through histories. That's so cool. I don't know. Feeling old is kind of like a cool thing, I think. Kira says, you're not wrong, and I'm a big Mother Goose fairy tale homie. I don't remember Mother Goose very well. What is the synopsis of that one? Rev says, being old is pretty cool, honestly. Yeah, for real. One step closer to being like Jamie Lee Curtis. Whereas Scorpion says, one time a cop shined a flashlight on me and someone hugging in the park at dusk and was like, y'all okay? Like, I don't know, are we? Like, that's up to you at this point. For real. Gosh, I remember, like, I was in this mall as, like, the mall was closing, and, like, this cop was just talking to these kids, but he seemed, like, really kind of pissed at them for no reason, and I was like, Revs and I just kind of, like, took a seat at, like, a nearby booth, kind of, like, waiting for it to calm down to see, like, is everything okay? Because I feel like one, like, adult-ass cop against, like, two babies. I'm like, yeah, is this cool? Is everything cool? Are these kids safe? Because at some point it is kind of like, they're like, I don't know, are we okay? Like, it's up to the cops sometimes. They just decide. And that's really scary. I made that position. Tira said, Mother Goose just refers to nursery rhymes. Okay, I didn't know if Mother Goose was like a nursery rhyme in itself that I just wasn't aware of. I used to have a whole giant yellow book of nursery rhymes. I kind of miss it. It was a pretty cool thing. Oh my god, there you are! Fuck you! Did it get you? I got it! Well, I have a dead bug carcass. Did you guys want to see it? Did you want to feel this with me, or are dead bugs gross to you guys? Brev says, hooray! And oh god, Jamie Lee Curtis is old goals. Tira says, die you fuck. And Brev says, proud of you. Thank you. Also, fuck mall cops. Honestly, that guy is fucking creepy. Like, I don't like our mall cop. I don't trust them. But yeah, I'm holding a dead bug in my right hand. If you guys want to see it at any point, it's really small. But if you would just like to feel that sense of happiness and pride that it's dead with me through exploiting its carcass on camera, I'll totally show it. Or Scorpion says, let me see. Scone. We'll never forget the night I was closing at a mall store. On my way out of there, there were teenage girls, maybe 12 or 15-ish, and their ride ditched them, and a cop that was in the parking lot wouldn't help them. Oh, that's rude. Like, help them get a phone or any way to, like, contact home, and, like, I don't know, I feel like even if you can't drive these kids home, like, at least make sure that they can get there. Like, aren't you supposed to protect the public? Versus this, holy moly, Torchic is almost done. Yeah, Torchic is literally one away from being done. Torchic was speeding on through. And, yeah, cheering on Torchic! And Tara says, I'm indifferent to bug carcasses. And Force Scorpion says, like, it was after dark, you're gonna just not assist two youngos in a mall parking lot right by a main road? Yeah, that's super creepy. Like, I've had random strangers ask me if they can take me home before, and I can't have cops ask me to take me home. I feel like both of those are very dangerous options. Like, the cop just, like, leaving you, and then, like, the people offering. I mean, I feel like both of those are creepy. Like, or not creepy, but both of those are irresponsible. I don't know. That's really unfortunate. I also don't know if you can see it. This is the dead bug. It's just a speck on my finger. I'm probably gonna put it on this piece of trash that I used to clean my desk earlier. Okay, it's dead now. Now you can all cherish in its death with me. Rest in peace, little Nat. You lived a really exciting life on stream for like 30 minutes. Tara said, cops kind of blow and are not helpful. Yeah, like, that's like an easy situation to help too. Like, just help these kids get some way to get home. Like, what? You got something better to do? This is kind of part of your job, I feel like. Like, that's so stupid. Poor Scorpion says, I ended up giving them a ride home. The phone they had was dead, and they were visibly scared. It pissed me off that nobody helped them. Honestly, yeah, I found myself in situations like that where it's like, you just kind of want to, like, help a stranger, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, social anxiety makes that hard, but I'm glad that you did help them get home. Like, you're one of the cool people out there that makes the world feel safer, I think, and, like, makes it, like, a nicer place to be in. When I was a kid, I was walking along a main road, and this one person kept driving by asking if they could drive me home, and I actually was really, really far from home, so I kind of needed a ride. But I was stubborn, and I was also spooked by this person, because they just kept kind of driving around and around and hoping that I would give up. It was really creepy and unnerving to me. But eventually, when I was walking home on, like, this highway, essentially, this, like, someone who was friends with my old school principal, and was, like, a teacher at this nearby school, was like, hey, like, what are you doing walking on the highway? And I'm like, I don't know, just living life, I guess, trying to get home. And eventually they gave me a ride home, and they were like, never accept another ride from a stranger. Like, this is a specific situation where you were safe, don't do this again. Like, and she was, like, a really nice old lady. And it was reassuring that she, like, knew someone I knew. But people obviously also use those tactics to, like, be like, oh, I know your principal. But, like, I didn't give her, like, any information. She was like, what school do you go to? And I told her, and she was like, this is the principal there. He used to go to this school, and I knew he went to that school. My principal used to be a principal at a different school. And she's like, he went to this school. I work at that school, and, like, I'm a teacher here. I'm gonna take you home because you're somewhere dangerous right now. You shouldn't be walking here. Which she was right. And she took me home. And I don't know. I feel like that's just, like, the kind of cool person that makes the world feel like a better place. Where you're like, oh, not everyone's trying to pick you up in your car or waiting for you to eventually cave so they can take you home. Like, in a kind of skeezy or weird way. Sometimes people are just, like, nice. You don't ever really want to be in a situation where you have to bank on the kindness of others like that because you don't know them. But whenever you do have to be in a situation like that, I think you're really lucky if you run into someone like Four Scorpions or like the person I did. Let me see. Rev says, ooh, yeah, seeing live murder on stream is my kink. How did gay ass get censored earlier but not the word kink? But, hell yeah. I'm glad I could supply. Zero says, poor babies, didn't know snuff was allowed on Switch, on Twitch. Yeah, shh, don't tell anyone. Bev says, it's kind of hard because you want to offer rides to people, but also I'm very aware it comes off as creepy. Yeah, like, I, like, don't know if the person's trustworthy, and I don't know if I come off as trustworthy, and I'm like, I don't know. I do always want to offer rides to people, though, especially when it's super late at night. I'm like, are you gonna make it home okay? But if, like, they're, like, near enough lights, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll leave you to it. But, I don't know, I do worry about people on the road at night. Bev says, Rain found a snuff loophole. Yeah, just kill bugs. Dara says, I mean, that's valid. And poor Scorpion says, I listen too much true crime to get into a stranger's car that I have not summoned with an app. That's fair. I mean, even app stories have some pretty wicked ones. But at least then it's trackable. Like, people will know where you went. And Dara says, even app summoning can be dangerous these days. Yeah, for real. And Trev says, it's my gay ass kink. And it censored gay ass again! Oh my god, I approve. And Four Scorpion says, that is very kind of you to say, though. I'm a protective little guy. That's good. It's good to want to protect the people around you. I'm glad that those kids were safe in your care and that they got home safely, like, unharmed. And Four Scorpion says, yeah, to the app summoning being dangerous. Yeah, it's unfortunate when, like, even things that are, like, you would think are really, really safe avenues are made unsafe by the awful in the world. But it is nice to know that there are still good people in the world who, like, you can trust, even on situations where you really wish that there was a more trustworthy alternative. It's nice that having to take a risky option when it pays off and you're like, oh, I came out unharmed. Like, that's a reassuring experience for humanity. Alright, Scorbunny just needs this cheek. And then it's done. And Litten... Oh! Oh, Litten just needs a little bit of cheek too, and then it's done. Jura6969 says, I had a really cool teacher in high school who was always nice to her students, and then one time she gave a ride to one of her students because his parents couldn't pick him up, and then he started a rumor that they were sleeping together and she got fired. Oh my god, that's awful! I can't believe that kid would, like, ruin that person's life. Like, did they know what they were doing? That's terrible. I think people who discourage kindness like that are pretty despicable too. Like, I know you're just a kid, but like, especially in, you said it was in high school? Yeah, in high school, what the heck? Like, at that point, you should know that you're, like, ruining that person's life. That's awful. That's just so despicable. Tiro says, kids equal evil, to be honest. Some of them, for real. Like, what the fuck? What made you want to do that? What inspired you to just be like, haha, what if I ruined my teacher's life today? After she was so nice to you. That's fucked up. Brev says, just a prank, bro. Yeah, just a prank. Just a life-ruining prank, bro. Don't think that hard about it. Wasn't it funny? Intruder6969 says, yeah, I admitted it was fake, but they fired her just because it looked bad, and she moved to a different school in a different country, or a different county. Well, I'm glad that she was able to resume her job, and, like, it wasn't, like, life-ruining repercussions, because I know, like, sometimes those situations can lead to that. But still, like, to be uprooted like that, like, that's such an awful feeling. Like, that probably discouraged her from ever showing that kind of kindness again. Tiro says, that sucks. For real. I'm glad they admitted it was fake, but I can't believe the school also was just like, well, that looks bad. Like, damn, way to just wash your hands of a person who served you, like, diligently and helped kids. That's pretty fucked. On the school and the kids' part. I'm sure there were people who, like, parents even, that were just, like, sad to see that person go. Like, oh yeah, you were always nice to my kids. Sucks that you have to trade schools. There's just a little sliver of black here. Whose is it? Tira says, I mean, I think I'd rather they do something than just let someone have sex with kids. Yeah, obviously there is an actual, like, contender, or there is a contender. If there is, like, an issue at hand and, like, someone has hurt children, yeah, you should definitely do something about that. I think just, like, finding out it's false and then taking action against the teacher, I think that's kind of fucked up. But it is a sticky situation. Horse Scorpion says, messed up. Brev says, the way that teachers are treated concerns me that we currently live in hell. Yeah. I do feel like teachers are often treated as just, like, disposable when they're incredibly crucial to the environment. They're like Suicune. Very crucial to the environment. You can't just be a pet. Yeah, I do feel like the world needs to better that. Torchic's the first one done! Alright, now we can start pulling up these numbers. They'll still be in the same place as last time, I think. Where the previous people were in that order. I guess last time it was whoever was where Charmander is. So Torchic is number 1! Completed! We're getting to the completion stage! Teachers are the Suicunes of society. Yes, they purify the waters of minds with knowledge. Instead of bad stuff. At least if they're good teachers. I know there's definitely shitty ones. But like, yeah, I feel like teachers are the Suicunes of society. They're so much more precious than they are given the credit and time for. Alright, I think this is the last of Litten. I'm checking. I think so. I don't think there's a little bit of paw here. I think it's just shadow. So I think Litten's number 2. Which was apparently where Fennekin was last time. Yeah! Rev says, congrats, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations! Yeah! We're making headway! Is this... Whose fucking white fluff is this? Is this yours? Oh no, this is your toes. I thought it was fluff. Okay. Ursa says, oh wait! Yeah, I'm sorry. Torchic already completed. It's just a fast one. When did Torchic get fully done? Like 20 seconds ago, actually. It was really quickly. It just happened. And Ergo says cat. Yes, cat is complete. Second. So Torchic is complete. Litten's complete. It means they are out of the running. But they did a really good race. I'm proud of them. Litten came from 0 to 60 real fast. Torchic did a very steady burn throughout the race. They very impressively completed. And Brev says, way to go, man. Yeah, way to go, man, to them. But this isn't the Congrats. Congrats is the 6th one that comes in. So I'm cheering for them. But let's keep going. We're going to get to the 6th one pretty soon. Here's a little bit of Tepig, I think. And then I think Tepig is done. So that would make Tepig, unless there's a little bit of tail here. I don't really see another thing that looks like a little piece of tail here. Yeah, I think that's Tepig. Okay, so Tepig's complete. We are getting super close in there. Let me just find a random piece. This looks like a piece of Charmander. Is it? It is, okay. There's a little bit of yellow here. Whose is this? Is it a bit of this monkey foot? It is. And this monkey just needs a bit of the leg left, for the most part. A little bit of hand. There's a bit of orange on this. Is this part of the leg? It is. Versus, sorry, just wanted an Ava Netflix dub reference. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. There's a little bit of white here. If not yellow. Is it? Okay, that's part of Chimchar's hand. So we're just missing an elbow and a toe for Chimchar. We're just missing part of the hand. And maybe a bit of the head for Charmander. It's kind of hard to say. I don't think I'll count this pink piece because I think it's just a bit of the outline here. But it does look like there's a bit of Charmander that could be held accountable here. I might just count this arm. So this arm needs to be completed. This elbow, this toe, this chest and this ear, this cheek fluff, and this fire. So those are some of the last remaining ones. This is a close race. Honestly, last time it was so close we got a tie, and now I'm realizing ties are kind of like gonna be a pretty common thing here. All right, I think Scorbunny's done now. So Scorbunny came in as number 4. So it wasn't the center this time. He's got this little yellow piece. This is a bit of toe. So now Chimchar just needs the elbow. I guess this is just a random piece without any creature on it. Let me see. I'll figure out where it goes. Why not? It looks like it would go over here-ish. Yes, okay, cool. Tara says, it's close. Yeah, at this point it's so close, I'm not gonna look when I'm taking pieces. I'm just gonna start grabbing random pieces. I'm looking away. Because it's gonna start to get to the point where it's like a little obvious what each piece belongs to. And I'm like, well, there's only a couple guys left. And it's really rocking music. Looking away. Alright. A little bit of Cyndaquil. And now I need to decide if Cyndaquil's done, technically. Or if I still need some foot. Cyndaquil is 1 toe away. Well, let me check. A little closer. Yeah, 1 toe left. There's still a little bit of white. Brev says, then I look away. Yeah, I look away. And I grab a piece. This also makes it so I guess at the very end I'm not doing all the, like, non-character pieces. Because then I just get stuck with those at the end. I think that goes there. Alright, then I look away. This has gotta go here, right? I don't think it goes over here. Oh my gosh, what game is this from? Tara says, Cyndaquil, hide your toe! Yeah, until 6th place. Okay, it goes this way. Yeah, because the next one is the 5th one. So this should go here. Wait, I should probably put them in a pile so I can grab from all of them evenly. Let's see. There we go. Because they're like, I keep pulling from the same place. Okay. Looking away. And it's another random piece. And it's another random piece. This is killing me, the suspense. I don't know who's gonna win, but it's down to the last 4. This does not go here, apparently. Oh my gosh, I wish I could find the winner with this song, because this song kicks ass. Does it go here? Nope. Oh my goodness, just finding this one piece though. Okay. Looking away. Alright, it is yet another random piece. I guess there's more random pieces than character pieces at this point. But it says, this sounds like a Sonic song, which is not a complaint. Yeah, honestly, what song was that? Let me go back. It was... Oh my gosh. Why isn't it... It said it for all other ones. But it isn't saying the name of this one. It is... Wally from Masters EX. Oh my gosh, this is Wally's theme? Wally the, like, baby? I Just Love Puzzles is here. Hello, I'm glad you like puzzles. Hello to you too. I hope your day is treating you well. We're actually nearing the end of this puzzle. And this puzzle is told via a race. Whichever Pokemon finishes 6th is the winner. Currently, on the left side, you can see which ones have already been completed in what order. So we're only 2 away from finding out the winner. I'm just picking randomly and blindly now. So I don't know which one is gonna win. Looking away. Got another random piece. But I love to hear that you love puzzles. I too am a treasurer of them. And Deer says, hi! Yeah, hello! Man, cool usernames that are like specific but also broad enough that it's like kind of impressive that you get them. Like, I Just Love Puzzles. Like, I'm like, wow, that's a username I feel like you had to be here early to get. Recently, Discord's making people choose usernames, and I have a couple Discords. So, on one of them, I was like, oh, I can finally do that thing where you have like a hyper-specific username that like you kind of have to fight and get there in time to grab. And so I have now my first ever like specific, like interest-specific username. I'm pretty stoked about it. I can't say it because then it would be giving away my other Discord, but I love those. Ursa says, wait, I have a thing to say. Is Torchic really done? You're right! Torchic isn't done! How did I not notice this? Oh wait a second, wasn't there a piece here? Did you perform a magic trick? Yeah, because we already had it connected, didn't we? Oh my gosh, I have to roll back the clip actually. Holy shit, is there a way to roll back your Twitch? Because didn't I always have this here? Did I accidentally take it apart at one point? Because I feel like I did the bottom before. Or did you just pull a magic trick on me? Earth's magic? Because of the left feet, the foot? Yeah, it should have been done. Huh. I Just Love Puzzle says, right. Yeah, congrats on getting the nickname. And Bro says, a ghost prank. Gentira says, I think you ripped off the pieces when you put them in the pile. Okay, because I was going to say, wait, what? I'm like, is there a way I can go back? Okay, so... trying to... Can you go back on someone's stream? Like, if I go to my channel, can I, like, reverse to the beginning of stream? Man, there is no go back feature. Oh, wait! Oh, wait, never mind. I was like, it is! And I'm like, no, that's live. That's live feed. I don't know why I thought that was accurate. A ghost pranked ya. We'll see. Things will change if it wasn't there the whole time, but I do remember us celebrating the whole border being done. So I do think I might have just accidentally ripped up the foot. I'm so sorry for any false hope. I was like, wait, shoot, it is missing the foot. How did I miss that? I don't know why. That totally threw me off. But good eyes. Definitely keep eyes on like that on things, because if I ever do mess those things up, I will change the orders ASAP. Versus dog, it's rewind time. Yeah, I wish you could rewind streams. That's bogus. This one goes here. Nope, it does not. I was wrong. You don't go here either. Non-committal piece. Okay. I'm going to pick randomly from the pile. I'm actually looking on the screen to make sure that these don't fall everywhere this time. But, it's so small I can't see what piece I'm picking, so that's good. I just love Puzzle says, that would be cool. Yeah, hopefully we'll see. I hope that they didn't get messed up in ordering later. But how's your day going, Puzzles? I hope it's going well. This one definitely doesn't go here. It fits, but it goes right below. Alright, grabbing a random one. At this point, they're all just like the side pieces, which is okay. It's keeping the longevity here. Last time I just targeted the Pokemon puzzles. Alright. I think we got Cyndaquil's toe. It is 5th. Cyndaquil did... Oh, it's actually already there. It made it 5th. I apologize, I did not hide that toe. Tara says, here's to a wonderful day. And Puzzle says, I'm having a wonderful day. Oh, I'm so glad. And Tara says, no! I'm so sorry, Cyndaquil lost the race. We only have 3 left. Sad Mecha Man. But yeah, I'm glad you're having a good day, Puzzles. You just touring the puzzle tag, seeing lots of cool shenanigans going on. Man, I bet there's people doing like 1,000-piece puzzles and stuff like that. I have never explored the puzzles tag, but I bet you it's intense. As intense as these jams. Alright, that doesn't go there. It shouldn't go there. Definitely has to go here. Yep, okay. Cyndaquil, why did you do this? You could say it tripped over a toe. Ha ha. Before the finish line. I'm so sorry. It was so close though. It may be better race next time. Also, Cyndaquil will be back around again another time. All of these characters will, because the finale does feature all the starters again. So if you ever just want to re-vote for your kid. Tara says, I could say I lost by a toe. Well, says, I do up to 2,000 pieces in one stream. Holy shoot! That's intense! I think this is Charmander done. Technically, there's like a small little piece left, but I'm not going to count it because it probably wasn't even visibly there. So, wait, does that make Charmander the winner? I think that makes Charmander the winner. Yay! And it goes to Charmander. Congratulations, Charmander. Also, you've been puzzling over 50 years. Wow. Then you must be like the puzzle master. I did a 2,000 piece, but it took me like a really long time to. Like, definitely not just one sitting. I think the most I've done in one sitting is like about 1,000, but it did take like several hours, and I only stream for like 4 usually, so that's really, really impressive. I can't imagine. You probably have like, oh, I mean, I don't even know if they do records for puzzles, but that sounds like you could do some like serious puzzle records. Dira says, that's crazy, that's so many, for real. And Brev says, whoa, damn, Puzzles, you're a wizard over there, right? I'm impressed. We're in the presence of a puzzling god. And Chimchar's done 7th. And that means that Litten, by default, will be done last. Wait, not Litten. Fennekin. Puzzle says, blushing. Well, yeah, you should be proud. Like, or you should, be flattered, because you have a lot to be proud of. Brev says, congratulations, Charmander. Yeah, congrats to Charmander. I'll be honest, I don't usually, I think as of last time I decided not to say who the winner who bet on Charmander is. Until, like, I eventually do the prizes, and I share them. With everyone's permission, of course. If they were like, please don't share that I won, that's fair, but most people did betting publicly, so I don't think they're super worried about their name being said. But that being said, I, don't remember off the top of my head who bet on Charmander, actually. This one does not go there. Deer says, woo! And Bro says, don't want us to hunt them down. Yeah, I don't want anyone hunting them down. Being like, give me your prize. Like, the prizes aren't that good, bro. Like, just, I mean, maybe get close. Pay me, maybe, you know, make you art. But, like, I try to keep the prizes as, like, something that's, like, not super huge, so there's not, like, a huge competitive anything for it. But I still feel like it's, like, a courtesy thing to be like, I won't mention the prize winner until they get their prize. I don't know why that's the thing, like, I feel like, because, like, if you're gonna mention him anyways, then what's the point? But I don't know why. I just keep the prize winners a little discreet until they actually have their prize. I don't, think anyone would convince them to be like, give me your prize, or make your prize of me instead. But just in case anyone gets any, like, issues about it, I'm like, it's just better to be like, the winners will be revealed when I make their prizes for them, and then that'll be that. Kira says, not that good, the audacity. Well, I tried to keep the prizes, like, as, like, really small things, so that the real prize is just, like, I guess betting, and, like, getting a chance to bet. Like, it should just be, like, I guess, like, it's fun to just, like, root for a Pokemon. So, like, the prize is, like, more of, like, a gimmick than it is, like, an incentive, I feel like, to join. Although if people do join as incentive of the prizes, that's cool, and I'm very honored, because, for those who don't know, the prize is art from yours truly. But, I feel like I wanted to originally make art that was, like, really low-key and kind of scuffed as the prize, so that no one felt, like, super competitive about it. Like, oh man, I could have, like, a whole, like, clean illustration. I was like, oh no, I'll just make scuffed art. And then I, like, went way too hard on the first prizes, and now I'm like, well, I set the standard. I'm going to continue to go really hard on the prizes, I guess. I didn't, like, they're not, like, masterpieces or anything like that. Like, I don't know, I'm still not like, oh, yes, now that they're like, billion-dollar commissions or anything. But I'm like, I didn't want the prizes to be anything that people would, like, fight over or be, like, devastated if they didn't get a chance to win or anything like that. Tira says, I like having fun. Yeah, I feel like the fun of the betting is, like, the real, like, oh, cool, you have, like, a leg in this race, so it's kind of exciting to watch. And, like, no, like, am I gonna win or sort of thing. But then if you don't lose, it's not like, oh, man, I really wanted that. It's just like, oh, okay, that would have been, like, a cool reward. But it's, like, yeah, not super sad, like, devastating. I don't think I could win a prize that had, like, thousands of dollars, or put a prize pool that was, like, thousands of dollars worth or anything. I think that'd be too stressful for me. I'm like, I'll just do something that's, like, a smaller prize. But it ended up being a bit bigger just because I ended up spending a little too much time on the last one's prizes. So they're worth a little bit more now. But there's still not anything I think anyone would be, like, super devastated if they lost. Also, 4 Scorpions redeemed Hydrate. Thank you, I will do that. Rev says that's how it always goes. Yeah, you really try to, like, do a sketch, and then it just ends up being, like, a lot more intense. And so, also, fuck if they are masterpieces. Yeah, I don't really feel like they ought to be masterpieces or anything like that. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, are you for frickin' serious? Did it get swept under the board again? We're missing a piece? I've tested these puzzles before I even streamed. Are we seriously missing a piece? Because if we're literally missing a piece, then I have to have a twin ship for Fennekin. But, like, that feels kind of rigged. Yeah, if I don't. But we'll see. We'll see if the piece is missing. Maybe it is. I don't see it. Alright, let me see. Putting all the pieces in. Holy shit, are you fucking serious? What? What? Versus I rigged it. I really wanted them to win. Honestly, what? Where's the Fennekin piece? Was I sloshing him around too much? What the heck? Oh my god. Holy shit. It was all the way under there? It was under my desk. Alright, well, Fennekin wins too. Damn it! I got a tie this time, but it was a total accident. Well, we did say Fennekin was brilliant. Oh my god. I tried not to do that this time. I even did a search at one point to make sure I didn't leave any under the desk. Why? Well, congratulations, Fennekin. Oh my goodness. Puzzle says, yay! Yeah, complete puzzle. Isn't that a nice sight? I wish it was not as shiny. Let me turn the light away. No. Turn this light away. Yeah, there we go. I'm holding my hand over the lamp. Now I can see it all. Dare says that Nat took it with him to hell. It did. Brev says, no. I think just Charmander is good. I'm okay with that. Also, look at you go. I do feel like it's like low-key sus, because, so now that the winners of the last time have gotten their prizes, it was won by Brevs and Kamini. Brevs is the one who bet on Fennekin this time, so it would be like a dual win for Brevs, but I'm like, you know, I think maybe you're just lucky, Brevs. I don't want to rob you of that victory of winning twice in a row on ties each time. That's so fucking funny. There it says, I'm gonna go eat. That's so valid. Please do. I would love for you to eat, get some substance. Thanks for being here for this puzzle time. We're actually probably about to wrap up now that puzzle is complete. It's wonderful. It's lovely. I do think that in all fairness, like if someone else bet on Fennekin, I definitely would still give them the win. So even though Brevs is repeat winner, and it probably seems sus that Brevs won twice, I swear it's not on purpose. I'm not trying to rig this, but yeah, Brevs, you have luck somewhere. There you go, you won twice. And Brev says, enjoy the food, babe. And Vor Scorpion says, nourish yourself, kind pupper. Yes, nourish yourself. Well, this one ended in another accidental tie. This time of my own folly, so you know, at least last time it was just a genuine tie, and this time it's allowed to be a little bit jank tie. So congrats, Brevs. You also won. Again, congratulations. The only reason I'm saying this out loud after we had the whole, like, we're not saying the winners thing is because you're the one who mentioned being the winner of Fennekin. I would not have revealed that information if you hadn't yourself. I just want that on record for anyone who's like, wait. Yeah, congrats on getting Fennekin. Fennekin and Charmander are the winners this round. That's very exciting. I will contact, well, I don't need to contact one winner because you're right here. But I will contact you later, of course, about what you want me to draw with your Fennekin, and I will contact Charmander about who they want me to draw with their Charmander. Another wonderful race between the, like... Wait, last time wasn't it... Okay, I was gonna say, wasn't last time also the first gen plus Kalos? Is this shit rigged? But not by me? By the Nats? No, it was... Last time it was Kalos. Kalos just stays winning. If next time fucking, Froakie wins... then, like, Kalos is cursed with good luck. Rev says, dox myself, want my social security. Oh, you doxed yourself? Oh, as the winner of Fennekin. Yeah, well, congrats again. I know this time was, like, a little bit of a more bizarre win, but I hope you still feel fulfilled. Maybe Fennekin itself was just playing little fox tricks on us, and, I mean, so you can still be proud of it for winning. Rev says, whoops. Oh my god. Intruder6969 says, give me the funny numbers on the back of your credit card. Yeah, those ones are so funny. I love a good joke. Thank you so much everyone for joining me for yet another wild turn of events by the end of this one. Some really close races at the end too. This was a very fun one. I liked doing the fire puzzle. I don't know how challenging the blue one is. I think it is the hardest one of the, like, starter packs. And then we do the finale. I will get these prizes done before I do the third one, but this was great. I liked doing this. It'll probably be, next month's kind of busy, so I might be next month when I get to do the next starter puzzles, but we'll see. It could be start of August, but for now, it was really wonderful hanging out with you guys, and it was really wonderful doing puzzles once again. This has been a treat, and I'm really glad that, yeah, you guys have joined me for this, and that this is something that I, chose to do and share with everyone. Like, this has just been great. Voice Scorpion says, thanks for streaming, and Brev says, you killed this puzzle like that bug. Thank you. Oh, I guess I should see who to raid. Not I've expressed my gratitude. Though it doesn't ever really feel like there's enough gratitude that can possibly be expressed. I feel like there just is no way to possibly communicate how much I appreciate you guys being here and just hanging out and stuff. Like, thank you. It looks like my brother is streaming for the past 20 minutes. He's playing Rend. I don't know what that is, but hey, this kind of does tie into today because he's the one who won me this Pokeball. You should tell him thanks for it. He genuinely doesn't remember doing it, but he is the one who won me this. I Just Love Puzzle says, thanks for being in this category. Ditto! Thanks for being the puzzle master and, like, I don't know, sharing puzzles with people too. Like, that's super cool of you. And thanks for being here for the end of this one. It's an unorthodox event, but it's been really fun to hold. So, it was nice having you. And Ursa says, thank you for the stream, best Ellie Amigo love. Thank you. And Brev says, you're very loved. And thanks for the hearts puzzles too. We're gonna go ahead and raid into Monochrome. I look forward to seeing you guys for the next puzzle. Let me see, raid. I think it's raid, exclamation point. Whoop. It's not. Raid slash. Nope. Oh my goodness. Raid underscore. Boop. I forgot how to raid. Oh no. Slash raid. There we go. Got it. We're gonna go raid my brother. I hope you guys have a great time. He's a bit of a heathen, but he's a beloved one. If you guys want to all say hey. But bye guys, and love you lots. Take care, and have a great day. Bye.